The Wild Wild West.
And we're starting now.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're back. The three of us. I guess McKeever couldn't make it.
No, he honestly he's working like crazy.
I know.
Yeah. Busy as hell.
Yeah, he's extreme. I don't know how he's doing what he's doing.
No.
He's doing a little bit of everything. He's now at that point where he can't get to. There's always somebody that needs something.
Yeah. Which that could be trouble. Because then you're going to have to handle a lot. Oh,
Dwight Schrute.
And then, it'd be the office of Dwight. And then Dwight gets his dick sucked constantly, and he becomes the boss and is really cool, and everyone thinks he's cool.
I did a cool thing. I went and got a mask made.
You got to, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the show.
Got fucking silicone put on. Yeah.
Nice, for when I blow your fucking head off.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
I
killed
wanted
Chris.
him to give me a Terminator eye.
How was it? That sucks.
It wasn't that bad. It was kind of nice. And also my dad wound up being like 10 minutes away. They pulled my dad out of retirement.
What do you mean?
Yeah, my dad retired from engineering and then
And he's working.
yeah, he's working today.
So you got to see your father.
Yeah, I got to have a little meal with him, which was nice. We ate hot dogs.
You and your dad ate hot dogs together?
Yeah, we shared a hot dog. Yeah, it was nice, and some cheese curds. Talked about minor league, or not minor league, but like youth league hockey for a little bit.
Talked about kids and ate hot dogs? That's a good day.
It's a great day.
Where'd you guys eat? The park?
No, we went to this place called Destination Dog.
You went to his hot dog specific restaurant?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm not a big dog guy.
Oh, these are good hot
I
dogs.
fucking hate hot dogs.
Me too. What do you mean?
I just hate, obviously I'm munching.
Yeah.
I'll grow up with the best, but hot dog, I just fucking hate hot dogs.
No, good hot.
They're disgusting.
Well, they are, of course.
You're a terrible ally in this. You literally, you eat fucking chicken fingers.
No,
Which, by the way, chicken fingers obviously rule.
Yeah. But no, it's more grilled chicken and rice and broccoli now. My diet affects how I feel.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you bulking up, or is there a strategy?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah. I did think because I did, and I started to tell you this.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, but I think I unlocked a new power source in the golf
Is that
swing.
where this power swing story was going?
Yeah.
There was more to that story?
No, there wasn't. There wasn't.
I wanted that to be.
There could have been
That
more.
needed to be done. That was one of the worst stories I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I don't think it was.
You should try to tell everybody on the pod.
I don't want to. Everybody's just going to make fun of me.
No one's going to make fun of you.
Well,
This is so we're in the middle of us filming, which is it's long, and then Steve's like, "Oh, I saw him smiling."
he
to him.
saw me. Said that's all it
Yeah,
was. By
yeah,
the way,
yeah.
I was literally the tiniest little raise
No,
of
you were
my.
literally looking at the floor, going,
He's imagining how bad the story's gonna go.
Yes, but also wanting to say it.
Yeah.
Desperately wanting to say it.
Yeah.
and the story was you hit a golf ball far.
Well, so I
went golfing?
played both days. Played Saturday and Sunday. This is
That's why
already
you're
so
fucking
boring.
so tired when we're filming.
No, I didn't know it energizes me. No, it doesn't. Don't do that. No, it doesn't. I need it. Otherwise, I would have been more tired.
We are at risk of losing you to injury. You're trying to go for the long
yeah.
ball. You're trying to go for the long ball.
You were barely making it the other day. Is that yesterday? Goddamn.
Well, we all got sick from one of the
Yeah. It spread around.
Oh,
yeah. One of the guest stars.
Yeah.
maybe. It's tough to blame him.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It could have come from anywhere.
Regardless, you're in close quarters with a bunch of people breathing.
It's coming from me.
We'll see.
Dude, I'm a suspect. I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had something going on.
You brought it in.
But anyway, he saw me smile. I had to tell the story, which is just that I, had this feel in my backswing.
Let's also, I know you're trying to get to this incredible story, but let's make sure everyone knows this is out of fucking nowhere. This isn't like we were talking about golf. We were talking about anything. This is just, all right.
I think about it a lot.
This is in a silent room.
Well, it's in
We
silence.
were pretty quiet.
Yeah, but we were also, we see each other every day. There's a limited amount of stuff to talk about. So I had this other thing to talk to you about. It's kind of the
All
highlight
right,
of my
so
day.
let's hear it.
So I made a few swing changes and then got this feel that gave me a lot more coil in my backswing. And I hit a bomb, like, I hit a couple bombs, frankly, coming down the home stretch.
Yes.
And my playing partner, was like, damn, you cleared the bunker into the wind. And I was like, I never would have done that.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's it. That's the feeling. But see, this is the thing. I think it's only most people who don't care about golf, it's whatever. If you love golf, that feeling of connecting with the drive and watching the ball sail, it's whatever you're supposed to feel when you listen to Beethoven. It's just this thing. And I got to feel that, and I love it.
It is great.
And
we were feeling that a little bit at Top Golf.
Yeah, if you hit the golf ball far, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have somebody point it out. You pumped that. And I did pump it. And then I had 80 yards left of I had a perfect 80-yard Dave Bell shot. Made the putt. Birdie. It played
You hit a birdie?
I did have a birdie.
Nice.
Thanks.
That's good.
That's
nice.
it. That was my boring ass story that I thought of and then thought of his response to it. And then, of course, I have to tell it. So just walk the plank.
That was...
I do really want to get good at golf.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Nice.
Golfing would be fun.
Yeah.
Unless you're golfing with Steve and his buddies.
Dead clean sober,
fucking
enjoying the
sober
sport.
buddies enjoying the sport, hitting a fucking 120 sober. That fucking blows, dude. Although you said you hit in the 80s, right?
86 on Sunday.
Was that the day with the birdie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were feeling it.
I was feeling it.
Fuck yeah. How'd you feel when you got home? How'd you feel when you got home? Did your girlfriend catch the business?
$1,000,000. What?
Did your girlfriend get the business? Came over.
She did. She got incredibly.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
What was that?
I shouldn't have asked.
No, yeah.
You carry it over?
Do I carry what over?
The confidence of a good golf game into the bed?
Yes, but I don't. But I don't carry over the
Obviously.
bad stuff.
You don't.
I don't carry over the bad. If it's bad.
I don't
Right.
believe that either. That's just fucking lies, dude.
You don't take it out on her if you have a bad day?
You go,
No.
"Oh, come here.
No, but I go, what?
These golf stories make me really miss Matt's fucking dream stories. I'll listen to Matt's dream stories every
I don't
day.
have anything. I suck.
I had
Oh,
some
I
bad
had a
dreams
golf
last
ball.
night.
You had some dream
I had
stories?
some really
All right,
bad.
let me guess.
I got a really bad
I
dream.
miss dream stories.
Because we went out and we had some dinner last night, and I went home. But then in my dream, we stayed out and got fucked up.
That's fun.
Yeah. We got really fucked
Might
up.
be the ticket. That might be like you're actually sleeping in your head. You're like,
Dude, I was. But then I got so shit faced. Somehow I woke up in my parents' house,
uh-oh.
and in a drunken stupor, I had started a variety of puzzles all over the floors of my parents' house. And I woke up and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to explain
Yeah.
what happened last night. And what the fuck were you doing? You kept making puzzles all over what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah.
Sure. So how about the golf?
Yeah. Golf's better than that because it happened in reality.
There you go. It really fucked me up. I'm not going to lie. The puzzle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. My imaginary debauch tonight.
We had a nice night.
We had a wonderful night.
I stood my ground.
You did.
You
did.
coward.
I did.
He's a coward.
I wanted
happened?
to
We
get
went
to
out
sleep so I could get
to
fucked
dinner
up.
with our ladies, and we had a nice dinner, but we were discussing Halloween costumes.
Okay.
Of course, the ladies want to go as
age-old-
slutty whatever.
Sure.
And it's why not do that?
Yeah.
It's cool when I wasn't dating you,
Yeah.
but now,
Yeah.
cover it up a little. I'm sitting there, I'm in the middle of, I'm battling both girlfriends.
Okay.
This one, silent, Judas.
Really?
I did not
denied
Judas,
me.
not
You're
Judas,
Peter,
no,
at least.
not Judas.
That was Peter.
I said at the table, I would like to get some sleep tonight. I do not want to open this can of worms. I
What do
think
you
that's
think of
fair.
that? What do you think of that? I'm in the trenches doing battle. He even said, I appreciate what you're doing,
Wow.
which was a mistake.
So what do you actually think though?
It did come back to haunt me. Not in the moment. That was a slow burn, that fight.
Yeah.
So what do you actually think?
I like when other people's girlfriends are dressed slutty. That's fun.
Yeah.
But Chris, what do you actually think? So
What do
he
I
was
actually
defending
think?
it. Yeah, and you were
No,
saying
I
nothing.
I was saying that we're gonna have a Halloween party and it's gonna be a bunch of fucking people from my work, and half of them are 40. You know, this is not the time.
Yeah, I think it's going to
I'm
wind
with
up.
you.
Yeah.
So then I'm saying, what is your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's going to wind up being like a bunch of just like our friends boozing and like being dressed super slutty is going to be a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's all.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I genuinely
But
think.
you can't
it's like,
get in
I
that
don't-
argument with a
Yeah,
woman.
yeah.
'Cause
What does
now-
the other side of that look like?
What is the other side? What is their argument?
Yeah.
That you're an insecure, controlling fucking pussy. That's the argument.
Which is
Which is tough to.
Yeah.
You can't break out of it. You gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't. Fine. Do it.
No, I think
that's the
no.
big missile in Mario.
I don't. I would disagree with that argument. I would say it's not about being insecure. It's about making my friends maybe a little uncomfortable because they don't want to look at you sexually because me, their friend, is dating you.
Yeah.
But yet you're sort of forcing
So
them.
you're going Sharia law on this. You're mine. Let's cover you up a little.
No.
And I agree.
No,
I agree.
I'm not saying because you're mine. I'm
My
saying
enemy's
because
enemy is my friend.
I'm saying because my friend. Yeah, my friends. It's like
Yeah, don't give Brian Six a boner at the Halloween party.
right.
But yeah, that's never an argument you can win. I've been down this road. Obviously, we all have.
Well, because once you start getting to specifically like long or short a skirt, you're
I did that at the table. I was like, stop me where the dress, up your knee, tell me where the dress stops. And if, when you say it like I'm saying it right now, it does come off a little bit controlling and abusive, but it was not. It was a fun, friendly conversation that ended up not being friendly, but at first seemed friendly.
I was trying to suggest a variety of costumes that maybe, didn't require.
I was going to go as Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's like a turtleneck.
Full gown.
Full sleeves.
Yeah.
No, that was passed upon. Princess Leia. Princess Leia was nice. You wanted the Hillary Clinton Princess Leia.
Yeah. I'm on Cloud City's Princess Leia.
Nope.
Yeah.
Slave Leia was what was settled upon. Was just metal bikini Princess Leia. That's an idea for real.
Yeah.
It was just like, no.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 40 degrees. Don't.
Miss Frizzle was in the mix. I was like,
That
that's
was
a
nice.
That's a big dress.
I knew where that was going.
Yeah.
The scuba diving episode.
They
Bikini.
editorialized Miss Frizzle a little bit.
Yeah. And what are you're still planning on the referee costume?
No. Because I'm shy. And I know that doesn't sound, I was thinking about this.
You're a
obviously.
shy man.
Yeah, I am shy. And I think to make this costume funny, when the idea behind the costume was I'd be like, why are you laughing?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
The idea behind the costume is I'm an NFL referee. I do have like a little mini.
Yeah, you're throwing party fouls.
You're right. And I'm hitting people with the flag and calling party fouls.
Yes.
And
Now,
I
I
think-
will say this has been done.
It has?
It's probably for 30 years.
Okay, then it's
That's
unoriginal.
okay. It's original to you.
But I'm not going to do it because, again, I just don't have the, frankly, balls to like go around and.
I think you do.
No, I don't.
Well, this fucks me because I bought a referee outfit and I was going to be wearing it when you got there.
No, are you serious? You're going to be so funny with
It was
me.
Chris's idea to get a white hat, so I'd be the head official.
Dude, I look for a white
So I
hat.
could tell you what to do. Oh, wow, he thought of this. What are you? You're a
I was going to go eBay
megalovaniac.
for a white hat. And I was like, I just wear a regular one.
Megalomaniac, bro. You're a power hungry pig.
Power hungry thing. I saw you looking at me earlier. There's nothing there. I mean, it's just.
We were laughing so hard last night. If you showed up in the black hat,
Just
Oh, my
white,
God.
and
picking up flags, going, there's no flag on the overruled.
I literally have it in my checkout thing. I think I'm just going to come as like Ben Franklin or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good way to mix in the spectacles.
Oh, yeah.
We can get some glasses on.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I thought of that. I thought that there was a George Washington one on Amazon.
Yeah.
But then I felt like that might be kind of cunty to invite people to your house and then wear a fucking general's uniform and be like, welcome to my party. I'm the coolest guy of all time. I'm the most powerful man ever. I invented America. You know?
I like the idea of going all
Revolutionary.
revolutionary clothing.
I like it too.
1770s.
What were
Garb.
you laughing at earlier?
I was laughing at that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
The white
yeah,
hat.
yeah, the white
Yeah,
hat.
yeah,
Yeah,
Picking up the flag would be
Picking
great.
up the flag is so funny.
In all fairness, I saw that referee. It's not like an original thought I had. I was in Manayunk, and this is going back 15 years.
And you thought of it then?
No,
A
guy ran down the street. It was like
Oh, you saw someone do it?
he pelted a guy in a Spider-Man costume with a flag, 15 yards from being an F, and it was just so funny.
Yeah, that's a killer.
Yeah, it was back when you could say it.
We're bringing those back, dude. It's coming. Unless Chris has
wow.
anything to say about it in 30 days, you fucking
What are you
coward.
talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're going to
You
do.
know we're on the same side of that issue.
How many votes are you going to put in this year? You got about 20,000 last year.
Yeah. I'm going to request. I've requested 20. The whole downstairs is full of ballots.
Full of ballots.
Yeah, and I'm filling them out. Cat's name. Putting one in for May.
That's
Nice.
funny. But
Yeah.
hey, that was so crazy at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah,
standing
Chris.
up
The
there.
show.
Chris killed.
The show was sick.
Show was
the show
awesome.
that was the coolest thing ever.
Show
Watching
was
you
really cool.
walk out in that place.
Yep.
It's uncomfortable.
It's
too cool.
I mean, from our vantage, the way that people saw you moving
Yeah.
in the beginning and just started like rising up,
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh,
it
my
was
God.
so sick.
Yeah, I had fun.
It
Yeah.
was
That was-
surreal to watch.
yeah.
Yep.
You were right. You told me that the round is better.
Way better.
It's
than an
so
arena.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
than a stage.
Because all the sound hits you at the same time.
Yeah, sometimes it can trick you. You're like, God damn, I'm killing. And then you get off stage and people are like, that was good. I thought, how do you think it went? Dude, that bothers me so much. How do you think it went?
Yeah. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was the best night of my life. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, that was awesome. That was a fun fucking night.
That was great.
Then little Gerby babies.
I got to meet a pitcher.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Strom.
Strom.
That was awesome. You
So
guys got to
nice.
discuss pitching from the mound.
Yeah.
And then one of your buddies sold him like a gas tank.
What?
One of your buddies that was there?
Yeah, from home.
Yeah. Apparently, like,
Made a business deal with a pitcher from the Phillies.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they were talking like they were just talking for a while, and Strom was talking about going on some big drive, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna need a bigger tank for that. You're gonna need a bigger gas tank. I'll hook it up."
For a, oh,
Yeah, it was like he was
a
driving
mechanic.
a truck. Yeah.
He was one of the guys that was a mechanic at
Yeah.
Ardmore.
Yeah.
Ed. Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. I don't know if we should cut that out.
No,
but
that's totally fine. Look at that fucking cat, dude. What are you looking
Yeah.
at? Yeah, that's
he's
what I
fired
thought.
up. He's
That's what I
fired up.
thought. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Where's your gay cat?
At my gay house.
Is it doing anything gay?
Amazing outdoor.
She's-
Yeah.
No.
Is she an outdoorsman?
Oh, she's indoor, outdoor.
Nice.
She's got like a whole backyard. I made her a garden. And
This guy needs to go outside.
very badly.
They keep him in. He's a giant.
He can't.
He'd be a fucking problem out there.
He'd get fucked up by the groundhog outside would decimate him.
No.
He could run away from a groundhog.
He thinks he's ready for outside, but he's not.
You guys are
He's
ruining this boy's life.
No.
All he has to do is
He's
he has
Jameis
a chair
Winston,
to play with. Let him go outside. He's a big dog.
All day he wants to go outside. He's full. Just
Yeah. Jameis is the best ever. Let him out. I could watch that all day. Instead of podcasting, I could watch Chris play with the cat. Just... What time?
Yeah.
You got to be in early tomorrow.
I do.
What time do you have to go in tomorrow?
I think 6:45. Yeah.
That's not.
What time are you?
11.
Dang.
Yes, brother.
I'm still gonna try and go to the Y tonight and work out.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been working out during this.
I have. Yeah. Occasionally.
Did you work out yesterday? You better not have.
No.
All right, good.
No.
Because I would have a problem with that.
Yeah. I was under the weather yesterday.
I know
for
you
sure.
were.
Yeah.
I thought
hit
you were
with
going to
a
die.
Little dizzy spell.
We were laughing so hard last night because your face, like you lost all your blood in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your face was ghostly white and you had that shit on.
I got
Like,
so scared.
At one point you looked at me like, and I was like, holy shit. Like I was even watching you during a scene and be like, he's going to hate the way this one comes out. He's going to look fucking terrifying.
I don't know if anybody's had this where you're just like your hearing cuts out and it's like pop. and that's normal. I've had that happen before, and I was and typically I'm standing up. It happened when I was sitting down, and then I just got crazy vertigo, and I was like sitting next to John, like squeezing his arm, like scared. It was scary.
Yeah, no,
and then it was
well, it looked like it was because you were upset about what you were wearing. That's what made it so funny. It felt like
you seemed grumpy about it.
Like the way you walked in, it just was like, yeah.
Well, it's a lot of like. First of all, the wig is very hot, and then it takes a long time to put it on, and a lot of like fussing about it, and
Does that bother you? I thought you'd like getting fussed over.
You love the makeup chair, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of like all that because it's also like they put in. You've had it. It's just not the most comfortable thing.
But
it's like in your hair. You're constantly eating fake hair. It's in your mouth. No, it's not even fake hair. It's real hair.
Yeah. It's another person's hair.
Yeah,
that grosses you out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's disgusting. What are you talking about?
I don't
Other
know.
people's hair in your mouth? Of course.
Yeah, it's never really bothered me.
How often does that happen?
Not a ton. But
You
if I
mean
get
like
like
in
hair in the
food?
food,
Yeah.
I just take
Yeah,
it
tough
out
that
and
one
keep it. Yeah, I take it out. I keep eating. Some people will lose their minds over that stuff. Like the whole thing. Would you?
I thought for sure you'd love the hair and makeup.
No.
I don't know. You loved like the photographers coming in.
I might be over it. I don't know. I change. I change. I didn't used to be a shy person, and you beat that out of me.
Why? You're great.
I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to make you less shy.
Yeah, no, I know you are. You are.
I'm trying my best to let you. I can show you the world. You would have. How great he would have killed it, Wells Fargo.
No, I don't have it yet. I'm working on it.
You would have enjoyed it. You would have really enjoyed it.
You would have had fun.
Yeah,
I had fun watching you guys. That was so cool. It really was.
yeah.
It really was. And even just, you're like, wow. We were driving, like Julie and I were driving down and we were just like driving that. She's like, there's like teams of guys coming to watch.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
in a van drinking beers.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is all Shane. Like we are in Shane traffic.
All right.
Yeah.
I got there and people were tailgating and I was like, oh, fuck.
That was
This
cool.
crowd's going to be fucking out of control. And they weren't.
They
were
were.
great.
They were good.
Good guys.
They were great.
Yeah.
I've been surprised by all the shows. I mean, I haven't been to that many, but the ones that I have been in that size, close to that size, everyone's like in their seats and ready to go.
Yeah.
It's
Every once
crazy.
in a while, I'll do like a minor league hockey arena in some small town. Dudes get rowdy. There's some fights up in the balconies and shit. Yeah. Yeah, you just see that. That's fun.
A fight up in the balcony.
Yeah. That's just old time hockey. That's fun.
That was the first time I ever saw that. I remember when I was in hockey camp in Toronto, going into the whatever skating rink we were doing this whatever at. It was like a goalie camp, and they were just dudes fresh off of just beer league. And it was like me and my dad walking in, and they were chirping at us and talking shit and just crushing beers, sitting on the back of their cars and stuff.
That's awesome.
Throwing beer cans at us.
Nice.
It was crazy.
They can sense too. Yeah. They can sense the Connecticut dandies. The Connecticut dandies are here for hockey.
That was
the old Canada.
That was a big wake
That was
up
back
call.
in the day.
Oh, apparently they're still up there.
There's the Patriots left. Yeah, I found them.
Yeah, they formed that big wagon train.
Yeah. What else is going on? Anything cool?
Unfortunately, all the cool stuff is like the show, and that's so
The
much
show
of
is
a life.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to come home.
it's true.
You've been good though in the show.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Thank you so much,
Yeah,
man.
you've been good. You haven't been grumpy on set yet. Not really.
Not really. It was one day.
That was nothing. There's sometimes though, like last year, I think we'd be done by now.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Fuck, we should have gone back with that. What the fuck are we doing, dude? We had it.
We'll just do a month.
Yeah, just get done like we did last time. We'd be done with it. We could be done.
Just churn it
We still
out.
have fucking forever.
Yeah, we do. We've got a long ways to go, but
You have been less
biased.
grumpy. You've been less grumpy.
Hey, I don't think I was super grumpy last time.
You're a bit of a power hungry pig again.
Power hungry pig. You stop saying that. Everyone's gonna think it's totally true.
No one believes.
Okay,
me.
thank God.
No, they do.
What was I gonna
I
say?
mean, I'm not wrong, but
They do.
What was I gonna say?
You were going to say this year's better.
No, I was gonna. Yes, obviously biased, but we saw Cut.
Yeah.
I'm
funny.
so excited for
Yeah.
everybody to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really am. I know that that's like a thing that people say, but boy, is this fun.
I think it has been.
What's your
Now
face?
that I just like your enthusiasm, it's fun.
You think,
I would never talk that way. It's nice to hear that.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be,
I'm going to get you on a late night TV show this year. I'm going to
Okay.
pants you on Jimmy Fallon
That's
this
fine.
year.
You know what? I've decided what I'm going to do. If you do that, I'm just going to say compliments about you. That's effectively pantsing you. I'm going to be like, you don't
Stop.
He put me in this show.
Just with your pants
He
up.
could have been in any
Stop.
show he wanted
Are you
to.
you're going to make me cry on Jimmy Fallon? That would be a good revenge.
Just with your pants around your ankles.
Yeah.
Just complimenting.
You ever see that? I think it's Mark Summers and Burt Reynolds on a late night show where I forget. Mark Summers is like a Nicola. It's literally you and me on a.
Okay.
He's like, it starts. He's talking about his marriage, and Burt Reynolds is like, "Oh, shut the fuck up." And he's like, "Me and my wife are still together." And the crowd's like, "Oh," and he like throws his water on him. Anyway, they get in a fight. I would
Wait,
imagine.
Burt Reynolds throws his water on Mark Summers?
Yeah. And then they're like, "All right, fellas, let's settle this with a pie contest." Or like they turn around and pie each other. Burt Reynolds hooks him in the face like as hard as he can.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, that's what's gonna happen. With you.
And Mark Summers is like a hypochondriac, isn't he?
I don't know
He's
anything
probably
about
terrified of
Mark
that
Summers.
pie. Yeah. I think he's like a real neat freak.
How do you know about Mark Summers?
I met him once.
What?
Yeah. I tried to shake his hand.
Where'd you? Oh, is that how you came up with that? He like blew by you, and your dad was like, "He's afraid of germs." The guy from Nickelodeon
No,
doesn't hate you.
I met him as an adult. And I tried to shake his hand.
Where?
He did a show at Good once.
Nice.
Actually, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't there. It was at some other
One of
theater.
their-
Yeah.
That is now a very famous golf channel.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. Because it's,
Oh.
yeah. That's it. I ruined that. My bad.
Hey, golf.
Damn it.
No, we love golf.
Okay.
It's good.
Billy's talking about doing
Billy
some golf
goes
stuff.
out there. Yeah,
I mean, that could really,
unite the clans. Golf's fun. We all agree golf's fun.
he's got a cool vibe to him.
Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Cool clothes. You wish you could wear those cool clothes?
Of course I do.
You could wear those cool clothes.
He's got the amount of necklaces that I would like to wear.
I would like you to wear those
No.
necklaces.
I sent Shane a picture of me wearing the Jewish one that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, I want to see it.
he was like, I'm going to kill you.
You're not even Jewish.
No. I know.
You're a fraud.
Yeah.
When are you going to get back into Judaism?
Like I said, maybe deathbed. I don't know.
Really? You think you're going to put up a Hail Mary?
Yes.
Did you get the mitzvah and
Yeah,
all
it
that
was bar
stuff?
mitzvah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you've done all the things.
Yeah.
You're in the
Chris is looking at the photo now.
damn.
Looks pretty good on you.
It does look
make you
pretty
look
good.
actually extremely Jewish.
Yeah.
I never think of you as Jewish
Yeah,
until
yeah.
I responded with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was like, my bad. That was a little too much. Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
a good pro-Israel Twitter biopic.
And you are very pro-Israel.
X.
We're not. That's too complicated for me to have an opinion on. I want everybody to be safe. Yep.
Yeah. World safety.
World safety. World safety.
I'm for that too.
Yeah.
So, how did the rest of Friday night go after the show?
Oh, it was good. Just
Yeah,
kind of hung
just
out,
went to
drank.
Bonner's.
Okay.
Yeah. Went
Yeah.
to Bonner's, drank some more.
Brian Regan showed up. That was sick.
Yeah, Brian Regan showed up.
Yeah.
That was cool.
He's
It was
fantastic.
an exciting time. And then
Yeah.
I realized I was too drunk.
Oh,
I got
really?
the wobbles a little, and I was like, "All right, I need to leave," but I would still like to argue with Chris in front of everyone. So I'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna go home. I gotta go home." And I'd be like, "Chris, just admit Russian collusion. Just admit collusion was wrong. Just say it."
And I'm also fucked up, so I took a bait. Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, we had a good
Yeah.
battle, except Chris was outnumbered 10-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was bringing all. Billy was there. I got to just summon Billy. Like, Billy, handle this because I can't really talk. Billy, get him.
Billy wound up going, I don't give a shit about any of this.
It's interesting because I called him on the way over here, and he was like, "Chris is a pussy for that." in your driveway, that's what he was saying about you.
Oh, that's so
He was
nasty.
like, no,
Why
that's
would
what
he say
said.
that?
Because I was like, "Yeah, I got nothing. You got to give me something to talk about."
Yeah.
And he was like, "CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch is a fucking pedophile." I was like, "All right, nice. I got that." I was like, "What else?"
That
He's
almost goes without saying.
yeah, I guess it was, what's his name? Lex Wexner was his money guy. Is the same as Epstein. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got
Wexner.
out
Is
of
he
that.
the Victoria's Secret guy
Yeah,
or
I
something?
think so.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the
Someone
next
was
topic.
saying that the other day. Where is Ghislaine Maxwell?
No one knows.
Were you
I was,
saying that?
I was
Yeah.
saying it because I was listening to Tim Dillon,
Oh, yeah.
which is one of the best. Listen to Tim Dillon.
He's hilarious.
It's so
He's so
good.
good.
I told you, like, the one thing, I think it was with,
But hold on, let's go back to the collusion thing, though, because that was the other topic. Can you just admit that that was kind of a false
We
narrative?
were out. No, I stand by that.
You think that was real?
Well, it depends which version you think they were accusing him of, but I think
one-
everything in the Mueller
The Steele
report.
dossier.
I think everything
The
in
Steele dossier that ended up getting the Clintons got fined
I
for.
don't stand by the Steele
don't stand by
dossier,
that.
but everything in the Mueller report, I stand by.
But do you think it's okay for a political candidate to use the intelligence agencies to accuse another candidate of being a Russian spy and then using that, putting it in the media and letting them talk about it for 4 years unchecked with almost
Well,
no
didn't
edits, no fucking sorry, we made a
it
mistake?
didn't help that what's his name? The
Do you think
young
that's okay?
Trump Jr. Trump Jr.
I'm
was
just wondering if you think that's okay. Just could you answer the question,
admitted
Kamala?
it. He admitted it.
I actually grew up middle class. That's how you answer questions. You are Kambala.
No, Trump Jr. admitted it during the campaign.
He said we are
Yeah,
Russian
they were
spies.
like, you guys tried to meet with Russia to get dirt on Hillary, and he released the emails.
Oh, they tried to or they did?
They tried to, yeah. Well, they wound up not having the meeting,
Oh, that's good.
but
So they didn't do
but the
it.
Trump no because
So wait, he ended up not killing his wife, so he is not a murderer.
no
He ended up not doing that crime.
no he yeah no they caught
We're out of topics. We could just talk politics. Or Steve's jacking off habits.
I don't have anything new about the Jaguar.
That's all right. You don't have to. You can think of something new.
okay.
What do you think about this whole Russian collusion thing here?
I don't know nearly enough about it. I think somebody was arrested though from,
Hey, if somebody gets arrested, then they're definitely guilty. That was another argument.
but wasn't the person that was claiming
Yeah.
that there was Russian collusion was actually colluding with Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of those.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got
To me, the most
a
alarming
couple
thing
guys.
is the, and not that I know nearly enough about it, but the prosecution of Trump in New York for trying to get a loan and claiming that his building was worth more than what I guess.
Yeah.
It
Was
was.
that the
government-
Mar-a-Lago one? And the government was like, that's worth $5 million.
Yeah.
The
And
Mar-a-Lago one
There
was
was I
hilarious.
guess there was a bunch. Yeah, I didn't see the Mar-a-Lago.
even
one.
though, through my understanding,
I don't
a
keep enough
bank
track of
also
any of this.
ran its
Yeah,
own.
you conveniently stopped paying attention.
Well, how much?
You're the little kid that quits when he's losing in Xbox.
No, I'm not.
You turn
no,
the-
I'm not.
Actually, you were winning, and you go, all right, we're done. Turn it off. Turn it off. Biden won. Trump's going to jail. Turn the game off.
Biden did win. You don't think Biden won?
I think he did win.
Yeah.
I mean, he won.
Yeah. You think there was malfeasance?
Who knows? Do I think? No. I think there was some unrest in
foul
the
play.
country that seemed to be beneficial to one
Yeah.
side. That that
I will say this about. I was thinking about this
that
the other
fired
day.
up out of nowhere. But
I will say this about Trump. I do. The thing that I really do like about Trump is that if he's kind of doing exactly what you'd actually want a candidate to do, which is like his campaign and all the stuff that he does hasn't been affected at all by like some of the trivial bullshit that can normally nuke someone's campaign.
yeah,
And he is like, in spite of his party hating him, like for the most part, just going to the people and using them to obliterate
Like a
anyone who
democracy.
just disagrees. Yeah.
It's almost like a democracy where the people
I just
vote
disagree
for
with
him.
everything else that he's doing. But it's like, it is what you'd want a guy.
It's what a politician, I guess.
Yeah. No, I feel like,
that
I don't know.
uses votes.
I don't
And
know.
like,
No, but it feels like there's more deal making usually. And then like the kind of the powers that be sort of like align around a person and build them up and funnel money into them. Versus this really does feel like
with
he's
the powers that be, just get rid of the current president and say, you're out. We're not even going to have a primary. You are the president.
this is vice president. It's next man up.
If the president's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. One
I think
foot,
they were going to threaten.
one foot in the
What amendment
grave.
is it? The 25th? 26th? What is the amendment where the president's unfit? 23rd? 25th?
Something the 25th.
I don't know. One of those.
Yeah.
I guess they
It's in the
apparently,
20s.
apparently they threatened him with that if he didn't agree to stop running this
Oh,
year.
really?
And let Kamala run.
I have
Which
seen
is
a couple-
interesting because he's still the president.
Right.
So I guess they didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He's doing, yeah.
I'm just going to go with whoever Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney would. You know?
Yeah. They brought us through the darkness
who I
once before.
support.
Yeah. They picked us up out of 9/11.
Where are you,
Say-
coward?
yeah.
You're going to let me do all this?
I was on the whole.
You got
New
in there a
York-
little. You tossed
Yeah.
one in. That was an
I-
assist.
yeah.
I did.
Coming off the bench.
I wasn't even done. I was going to go
Good
to the
bench
whole
force.
Shark Tank guy.
Oh, what's the Shark Tank guy?
He was like, if we prosecute for people like this, there's New York's going to come to a total standstill because this is like common practice.
Yeah. Like
And
inflating the value of your property for loans and then
Yeah.
deflating them for taxes.
yeah, and but the bank also ran their own whatever you would call it appraisal of that building. So it wasn't even like they just took what he said. It's just what he was saying.
Yeah.
And they still gave him a loan. He paid it back, and then you're going to arrest him. And that feels like
Maybe a political persecution. I don't know.
in a like real scary way.
It is
Yeah.
the hard part that I am dumb and don't know anything.
That's the hard part.
That's also the real
'Cause I'm
hard
sure
part.
there's somebody
But
that's
But it's just
skewering
fun to
me
argue.
right now.
Who gives
that's
a
like,
fuck?
yeah.
They don't know anything either. They're listening to this. They're listening to dumb guys that don't know anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could be on something. You never know.
That's just what I feel like is the pushback to Democrats, which is like the idea that you've got to let smart people just handle it. It's like, but then you create a precedent for something that you won't like down the road. Like, for instance, with Obama, sort of the bombing, the indiscriminate bombing, I suppose. That everybody was like,
Bombings. There's that Jewish side.
Yeah.
it's just
Bombings,
like,
the
I think
indiscriminate
he's-
bombings, I suppose.
Yeah, I think he's violating laws. And it's like, well, it's Obama. It's like, yeah, sure. Okay, fine. I might trust him. But then you're setting a precedent that anybody else can be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kambambla.
And
Kambambla's coming. And World War III is coming. Those are my favorite memes.
Yeah.
It's like Call of Duty footage, and it's like me and the boys in the Battle of Beijing 2027 because Taylor Swift told our fucking dumb girlfriends to vote for Kamala Harris. We're all in a fucking boat in Taiwan. Fuck.
is he saying Kambambla?
No, not, he
That's
called,
just you?
that was me.
That's
You like that one?
Kambabla?
Stop giving me credit for average shit.
You know what I was talking about you today? I was like, you know who is incredibly good with puns, and you hide it, even though I know you know it. I see you smiling. It's crazy, your pun game.
No, cut it out.
Okay.
Gerby's cut it out.
All right.
About that.
Chris, do you acknowledge that? Do you even know that that happens?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Chris has been around it. Chris has been around the pond.
yeah. I've been on the receiving end of quite a few of them. But I was about the us being dumb thing. I was thinking about that in the car today where I was like, man, I wish people thought I was like really smart. And then I was thinking about how bad it would be if people thought I was really smart.
Yeah.
If people were coming to me with like real problems and being like, you're the only one who can solve this.
You gotta set up that. You gotta
be
set
like-
that death ray up at my house. I can't set the death ray up.
That's the kind of problem I can solve.
You're good at that.
If you got a death ray, I can set
We'll
it
get
up.
over there. I'm gonna need you on that.
What is the death rate?
I bought a 10-foot tall fucking skeleton robot for the party.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Just-
exciting.
Yeah.
Giant alien that looks around.
I'm never gonna put that thing together.
Right.
So
Do you need a ladder for it?
no.
Ow.
Pause. I'll get on my hands and knees. Stand on my back. We'll be good.
There's no way.
No, you
That
gotta
or
build it
it's
on the
like
ground and fucking set it
Yeah.
up.
Or it's like one of those things where you like.
How the
pull
fuck
a
did they build the
string and it's
pyramids? You and me can't even figure out the logistics of the Spirit Halloween Death Ray. People are gonna they're gonna watch this. Spirit Halloween Death Ray sales are gonna go through the roof. Things fucking- I walked into Spirit Halloween. I said I have to have it. And then I got to the register and I found out how much it cost, and it was not worth bringing it back. I was like, oh, fuck. This is a terrible purchase.
Dude, it makes terrifying galactic
Yeah, it
noises.
turns out it's more of an alien than a spooky ghost, but that's fine.
Yeah,
Look at this guy. 10 feet tall.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
cool.
You're going to like it.
Yeah.
You're going to like what's going on over at my house.
Okay.
That's gonna scare the goats.
It is. I am worried about the goats.
They're gonna get hit with the galactic death ray.
The neighbors' goats are gonna. They're gonna have a. Oh, there's so much to put together on the fucking death ray, dude. Look at this. We're ruined.
Oh man.
You're gonna do great.
And you don't need a ladder. It's 10 feet tall.
I'm
It's
gonna
a basketball hoop.
bring my mountain bike over to your place at one point.
You told me this.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be riding
Please.
it around on my property.
All right, fine.
Please
There's a
film
park
that.
across the street.
You don't want. You don't want to
hills.
see that.
Obviously, I want him riding around.
You don't want to see.
There's some holes in those ground.
him-
I mean,
No, you're right. I
Fuck.
know. I was running around on it. It ran up that one hill, and there's some holes. I don't want to hurt myself.
Is it like,
I would wear a lot of protection. You would make fun of it. It's something that, like, again,
what kind of protection do you wear?
when I mountain bike, I wear like knee and. It's a great exercise. It's
All right.
it's
Like hockey shin guards?
yeah, because if you have like a pedal like
Oh,
if
yeah.
your foot slides off, it slams your shin. It happened once.
that happens.
What about-
that hurts?
It really hurts.
What about upper body?
Elbow pads, and then I wear like full face helmet. And
You wear the full face. helmet.
yeah, I'm bad.
With the goggles?
Yeah, I have to because otherwise my contact dries out. It's too much, but you know what? I have fun, and I haven't gotten hurt yet.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Shut up.
No, I swear. Please do.
When I go
do
to
want
Harmony
you-
Hill, I would like bike there, and a lot of times guys will be like, where are the jumps?" And I'm like, "There's no jump. It's just I'm bad." Because full face, you're typically going over
Yeah,
jumps.
they think you're catching air.
right?
You just got to tell them go back. You got to go deep into it.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah,
you
get
got
him
a
up.
cat on your lap. Oh, that's very adorable.
Yeah.
Have you ever
He's
gone
go-
mountain
He
biking,
likes the
Chris?
pillow. Not formally.
Oh,
I've had a mountain bike and I've gone on some trails.
I got Tito up here.
Yeah.
hi, buddy. Hi.
That's good.
Good to see you. Run.
He's
I,
having a
I
good
do. I do want you to bring that.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just find some
I'd like to
berms.
see you in pads riding a bike around my property.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that last
It's not
Halloween?
that big. You're gonna do a lap pretty quick.
Yeah, I guess.
It'll be very fun.
I was I liked sort of like practicing in my street right outside my driveway. You know, like I have cone set up.
Set up what?
What?
Go and set up
Yeah, like cone set up to do slalom to like practice your weight shift on the bike.
on your bike.
Yeah.
Your neighbors see you do this.
And so
You
last
set
Halloween,
cones out.
I was handing out candy, and then these like kids come in, they're like, "How's the bike going?" And I'm like, "Good."
You're ashamed of it. They're trying to be nice.
So ashamed, I'm so embarrassed. But yeah, I'm committed
So
to
the
it.
kids see it, which means them and their parents sit in the window and laugh.
Yeah, and watch me. Yeah.
Have you
Occasionally-
fallen off the on the
No,
cone?
no,
Not on
it's
the
just
cone
like
drill.
no, yeah.
How fast are you going? You're picking
It
up some
feels
speed.
fast. It's probably incredibly
I bet
slow.
you're flying. I bet you're flying.
I showed you that picture of me trying to bunny hop. I barely get off the ground because I think you got to go the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the speed.
I could never bunny hop. I could never ollie.
I could never ollie either.
I could never
Oh
figure.
yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked.
It was really because, you wanted to bully skater kids and then not being able to ollie.
I just wanted to be able to ollie.
Yeah, you didn't want to bully anyone.
No,
You were a sweetheart.
thanks.
I bet, yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. Prize Picks, run your game. PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. What do you think of that? You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash.
Billions of dollars?
Yeah, billions of dollars have been awarded.
Wow.
Yeah, lots.
How much? Yeah. How much money?
PrizePicks, run your game. We're doing an ad read.
I can't believe everyone. I guess I'm saying everybody's doing it. Everyone's
So the way PrizePicks works is it'll give you like pass yards, Jalen Hurts, and you pick more or less. It'll give you that. So I don't know, Mitchkoff, shots on goal would be one. I'm going more. They're giving him a lot of shots.
How many?
I don't know. I can't look it up right now. But if I had to, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say more.
I would take the more.
They're giving
him, more.
More. They've given him the green light. Yeah. More than whatever they're saying.
Yeah, whatever they go with. Mitchkoff from the Flyers, more shots on net.
Yeah.
And Konechny, more assists.
Yeah. Konechny, Mitchkoff, it's a deadly combo.
Don't forget about the Couturier, the Coots.
Coots isn't on the power play, though.
That's all right. We'll get him in there. There's going to be some line changes, Chris. You don't have to prove that I don't know shit about hockey. I watched 3 shifts this entire season. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks is the best way to get action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. That's nice.
Yeah. PrizePicks.
PrizePicks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks lets you keep your lineup live. Whoa. We better not let Adam Egett find out about this. PrizePicks, if you want to make a lot of money, email Adam Egett at the Comedy Mothership. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. All right, think about that. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value on your lineups. It's a Tuesday. You're bored. Maybe you do a little PrizePicks.
Yeah.
Have a little fun.
Yeah, get some tacos.
PrizePicks is the best way to win real money with this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your options into real money. Turn your opinions into real money all season long on PrizePicks. I like that. I like that you can, hit someone with a less. I'm sick of this guy. This guy's a punk.
Yeah,
less.
Dude. Who would you hit with a less?
I don't know. I don't want to be negative. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code DRENCH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on PrizePicks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game.
Hell yeah.
Now let's get back to that exhilarating podcast.
I meant more like...
What do you got?
Nothing. I'm just thinking about this podcast.
I apologize.
Hey, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
I had a long drive.
And a fight about Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
How many more times do you think you'll have that fight before the day
we'll
comes?
see how Halloween goes. No, I genuinely actually don't care.
Yeah.
It's just more of a... Might be weird.
Yeah.
Is the scent.
You might want to have a backup.
Yeah. Which I think they're going to because it's probably going to be cold.
Yeah. Sweatpants, hoodie.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
So here's a cloak. I'll be on a quarterback jacket on the sidelines. I'll get it. Yeah.
We'll all go as mages.
What do you...
I've got to have something. I got to have
fun
something.
Halloween stories? You go trick-or-treating?
I told you I went trick-or-treating the one year when I was a Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah.
And
you got...
I saw... and then I saw... It was, like a split house, the way the stair... Well, whatever. Door opens up. Guy is coming down the steps. He's in a full gorilla costume. And I remember seeing his hand go into the glove of the costume. And I was just telling myself, it's a man. It's not a real gorilla. It's a man. And then he started walking at me. And I just turned around and started crying and running as fast as I could.
And then, a full Eagles
Yeah.
Sprinting away.
Yeah.
How
And then-
old were you?
I don't know. I was probably 5. My brother was Urkel that year.
Whoa. Oh,
Did he go the
infamous-
distance?
He
Yeah.
went the distance. No,
Yeah.
not the distance. No, no, no.
Yeah.
But
fuck.
he would like perform it. You had the little UNICEF things, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
they put it in. And he'd be like, do you have any cheese, Carl?
Did he want the face paint? And
No,
couldn't get it?
that never even
No.
came up.
Damn.
Thank God.
Because that could have easily happened
You could have,
back then. And people would be like, "Yeah, fuck it."
of course.
Yeah.
To do the whole costume.
I was Dice Man that one year. That was the superhero I created.
Oh, I thought you meant you went as Dice Clay. I was like,
No,
sick.
no.
You went as Dice Man.
That's right. I one year went as a prisoner. That was second grade. I had a
Did you go the distance on the prisoner? Because then it might be racist.
I just got that.
You got to make it believable.
Yeah. And I had a big crush on my second grade teacher. And
Oh, yeah.
she was also dressed as a prisoner. So we walked around the school.
Yeah.
And that was incredible. She, one time, I came in the morning. She was like, I drove by your house, I guess your house the other day because I saw you outside shooting baskets. Because I was like playing
Yeah.
basketball with my brother after school. And for like a month, I just played basketball every day.
Just waiting for it.
Just hoping she'd drive by and see. It's just like total Huck Finn stuff, you know, like doing cartwheels in front of the. Did you ever have a crush on a teacher?
Yeah. What was her name?
We had an Australian exchange teacher, and I loved her. I was in fourth grade. I spoke with an Australian accent the entire school year.
Really?
I loved her.
Oh my God. Did
Yeah.
you ever have share a moment with her?
I mean, we got ice cream,
That's nice.
but there was a couple other fucking cockblocks. There's a couple other fourth graders trying to cockblock me.
I feel like I was so bad at school. I knew better. Like a teacher was unattainable for me. I never had a crush. Like every interaction I had with a teacher was a fight or just, bad news. I never
Yeah. You were bad in school?
terrible
Like the whole time?
the whole time.
You were dumb in like 5th grade?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Not even dumb. I just never did any
You're
of the
just
work.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in class. I couldn't
That's fucked up.
yeah, the whole thing would just bothered me. And then every once in a while I would when I really got in, back against the wall, I'd put together like a good semester or something, but it was always my entire life was just terrible
It's kind of
interaction.
surprising.
Yeah.
You're not dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's,
you are dumb. This has been our entire friendship. I'm like, Chris is smart. And I hear shit like this. I'm like, you were dumb in 4th grade? You know how you have to actually be dumb?
I just don't. It's a lack of
You
discipline.
have to actually be dumb. That's crazy.
Well, I was never at risk of failing out or anything like
no,
that.
but
But
just
it was
being like,
just,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Dude, I remember taking just the multiplication tests.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you just do as many as 60
Yeah.
problems, do as many as you can in a minute.
Yeah, the mad minute.
The mad minute. And I just remember by number 2, I was like, you're going too slow. You're never going to get to 60. And then it would just
Holy
turned,
shit.
it just turned into I would just beat the living shit out of myself until 15, 20. Yeah. It was that thing. I feel like I have the same problem too when I try to remember something and if it doesn't come to me right away, I start going oh my God, you can't remember anything. You're going to and all I'm thinking about is not remembering.
Oh, well, like lines in a show.
Yeah, yeah.
That's impossible.
But even just
is
people's
impossible.
people's
Yeah.
people's
Just one
names.
sentence, you're like, what the fuck did I get it? All right, I'm good. Fuck. It's so embarrassing.
Dude.
The worst is when it's something you think you're like in your head, you're like, I got that.
Yeah.
Like walking into a room, be like, hey.
Yeah.
But then you have to do it. I mean, I guess that's what acting is, but
I know.
it's hard, dude. You walk in, you're like, fuck. Start over. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, everyone. I suck.
Yeah. And you're thinking about how you're going to be reacting to their
Kinda
line,
look
but
like-
instead
yeah.
you're just thinking of what your line is. You just
Or you react way too early. You're like, We should put together that instead of a blooper reel, just how bad we all are at acting. There must be insane fucking clips.
I know.
John constantly having to say, slow down.
Oh,
to hear
dude.
what they're saying. Yeah.
It's the worst feeling when like this person's not even done their line yet and you're looking at the other person ready for them to talk.
Yeah, it sucks.
God.
It's also funny how much better John is at acting than
I
all
know,
of us.
I know.
I'm like,
Yeah.
John, how do I do it again? He's like, I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah. And it's the first thing that pops into my head the moment I fuck up is like I just imagine John like behind that just like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, Gerbies. What else is going on there?
Not much. Again, I apologize for being so boring.
Don't.
The,
We're all boring.
Yeah.
it's you know,
Just have
kind
a
of wake
nice-
up. I go to my trailer. So
Oh God.
well, as a joke ish, kinda. No,
A joke to yourself by yourself.
No, okay, it wasn't a joke. I do like the song,
You're
but
a big man.
I put on the trailers have Bluetooth, so you can put your music on.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was listening to.
I haven't figured that out yet.
I didn't know that. I'm in there eating a bucket of scrambled eggs. Dude, I asked the guy, he was like, what do you want for breakfast? I was like, scrambled eggs. That was on the menu. He gave me every
a feedback.
side was scrambled egg. It was all scrambled egg. There was no like potatoes or like, I thought it was a meal.
Right.
It was, they put scrambled eggs in every pocket of the
That's hilarious.
tray.
Yeah.
I got 10 pounds of scrambled eggs with nothing, no ketchup, just. Anyway, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was worse than your golf story. I
How
got a
much-
lot of eggs once.
It was a comical,
It was a
amount of
comical amount of eggs, yeah.
It was a crazy amount of eggs.
And he knew it was crazy. He said it.
yeah.
He's like, he said scrambled eggs. Like, when I went to the catering thing, everyone was like, "It's a ton of eggs."
You got to feel
Like,
for that guy
it's for
too.
Shane. He's eating fucking 20 eggs before he films.
Yeah.
I like the idea that he's like screaming at the runner. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Oh, is this?
You want to hand him a bucket full of fucking eggs?
Yeah, he'll eat it. Look at him. He'll eat a box of eggs right now.
I was late one day. I get a call.
Oh, hold on. What were you listening to in that trailer?
Big time.
Big Time by Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wearing his robe.
No, I was not wearing the robe. And when they
Dancing?
put the robe in there, I
Will you
said,
dance a little?
Dun, 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 dun,
I did
dun,
yeah,
dun.
yeah. I mean, I was, I like that song. But
I grew up in a small town. Everybody has small town ideas. Not me. I'm big time. That was you.
you're
big time.
Find my way. Yeah.
I just imagine you sliding around like Tom Cruise in that trailer.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of am a little big time right now with, Shane and whatever.
You're
Okay.
big time.
So anyway, I get a call and she was like, "Oh, just checking to see where you are." And I'm like, "I'm on my way there. I thought I was supposed to be there at 8:30." She's like, "No," or it was like 7:30. She's like,
Yeah.
"No, you're supposed to be there at like 7." I was like, "Shit." And then I'm just thinking, I hope Shane isn't there.
Yeah.
And I pull in, I see his car. I'm like, fuck. So then I ran. It wasn't like a far
You
way to run.
ran,
I
you
ran
ran.
just to like, he can't even see me walking at this hour.
No,
Everything's
no,
gotta
no.
be. And I come into the hair and makeup trailer. And the first thing Allie says, she's like, yesterday Steve came in here and was like, I'm having such a good hair day. I was like, Allie, shut up. I had to tell everybody.
You were having
like,
a good hair day.
We're having nothing but private conversations when I talk to you. These don't get related.
I don't like hearing these stories about you. That you're this confident. And, like, what are you doing?
I like to have a good time. Talking
don't.
about- what?
You hate having a good time.
No, I like to have different times of good times than you have. You know what I mean?
He hates a good time.
He hits a crowded good time.
And I love a good time during the day outside.
Yeah, you should go.
By myself. Yeah, that's fun.
With guys that don't talk a lot.
Man,
I would love to see Steve forcing you to mountain bike.
can't happen. I mean, a bike could be. I like that'd be fun. But I will say, I would like to join. I would like to go out with you and some strangers
And golf.
and golf. I'd love to go with you.
Are they hey, there is a lady you could go out with. She's so at the country club.
What do you mean?
At the country club.
Wait, you say there's a terrible woman?
There is one terrible one. Everybody's told me this person is terrible. And I had a run-in with her.
Yeah.
And she was just like really aggressive and rude. There was a frost delay, so everybody was kind of in the clubhouse. And she's like, "Oh, you're that guy from Netflix. I saw you in a golf cart playing too slow, parked too close to the green. I was like, what are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I play faster than you. And then she's like, no, you don't. And she's just rude.
You're getting in country club fights. You are Mr. Big Time.
Well, apparently this one has been kicked out of previous country clubs.
Really?
Yeah. So
She's-
anyway,
It's that you don't have a permanent record. Why are they accepting
this one
these
is
people?
corporate owned. So the other one was like owned by its members. This one's corporate owned, so it's apparently harder to remove her. But anyway, this one guy was overhearing it, and we were talking, and then went up to the driving range, and he comes up, and I'm telling everybody about this woman. Everybody's piping in with their own stories about her. And then he goes, yeah, Steve had that interaction. Then he asked for her number, and it just crushed.
Nice.
Everybody was laughing. Yeah.
Just the guys at the country club having a good laugh.
But yeah, she's something else, man.
She's a battle axe.
She is a battle axe.
Me and her are going to join forces.
You
I'm
would
going
hate
to burn that country club to the ground.
They're going to be so happy if you come.
I'm just going to come and ruin your... Let's get a foursome
No,
going
I don't want
with
you to ruin it.
2 strangers. Who are your buddies?
Yeah, I have 2 buddies.
Get your best buddies to come with us.
Okay.
I'm going to drink an entire case of beer. And puke on the country club.
On the green.
Puke everywhere.
That's funny. Breaking. Did you park too close to the green?
No. No.
Not even a little?
Not even
She's
a
just
little.
making stuff up now.
She definitely is making stuff up.
She just out of nowhere accused you, made up stuff.
She accused everyone of stuff. It doesn't matter. No, I don't park too close to the green. No. I'm rules oriented.
Was it paths only that day?
Chris,
Was it paths
how do I
only?
know what,
Was it paths only?
no, I don't know
They've
what day
got
it was.
signage everywhere if it's paths only.
She's a crazy person. I have no idea what day she was talking about.
Were you on the path?
Again. What day? I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
She didn't cite a day.
No.
She just said she saw you the other
Yes.
day. Parked. Hey, Netflix. I saw you.
Oh, she hit you with a Mr. Big Time.
She said, hey, Netflix.
And you chirped back.
I did, and I regretted it immediately.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm proud of you for chirping back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You should do a staggered start. You start first, or she starts first. I don't care.
Just be on her ass.
And just and see who
Hit
plays.
balls at her.
See who plays faster.
Try to hit her with a golf ball. That'll send her a message. Dust her off the plate a little. Give her a little chin music. Tell her, you want to go? Come on.
Yeah. Can you do that? Can you find a particular slot after her and try to play through her just to demonstrate that your pace of play?
I've
Is she
never thought
good?
about
Have
that.
you seen
could
her?
do that. What's it?
Can she hit the wall?
I have never seen her. Physically?
Probably good, dude.
Yeah.
If she's been getting kicked out of country clubs, I mean, she obviously plays a lot. She's probably nice. What's she look like? Is she older?
She is.
How old? If you had to guess.
I'd have to guess 60. 60.
All right,
Not
so
as
not
old,
old,
as I
enough to be.
Yeah, not like I thought.
Crazy.
Given the stories, I thought I was going to see like a very old, demented woman, and it was like 60-ish.
Put together?
No,
Big dog.
big dog.
Hell's
dog's
Angel.
off the leash, dude. She's going wild. Yeah, I would have. If she was hot, this would be nice.
She
like
was
a
hot.
hot
This would
60.
have a totally different vibe.
Yeah, you would have gone, yes, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy.
Yeah.
You want to play together?
Yeah.
And you're saying the cart girls are ugly. You said that cart
I
girls.
didn't say they were ugly. I didn't say they were ugly. No.
You told me all the cart girls were ugly.
No, I did, you stupid. Dude, I didn't do any of that. Time out. This lady, wait, hold on a second. Go ahead.
You said the cart girls left a lot to be desired. And I said, what do you mean? You said that they're not hot.
Oh my God.
You said all the guys at the country club laugh and they say the girls are ugly.
I didn't say any of
They
that.
said they
That's-
gather. Why are you
wait,
acting like this if you didn't
Because
say
I
it?
did. Did I say it?
That's
I don't know. Maybe you
that's
did.
the problem with corporate ownership.
Are the cart girls hot there?
I don't know. I don't.
You've never seen them?
I try not to look too much because, I'm 41 now. I don't want to. I don't like being that guy. It's like, oh, did you see that snapper or whatever it is?
Who the fuck calls it snapper?
This guy that used to run Chuckles Comedy Club. He's like that
also a
waitress. You can
member?
see her
Yeah.
snapper if she want, because she was
So
upstairs.
you respect the cart girls?
Yeah, I try
You
and
don't
just- I
you
just
don't even
got-
look at them.
I go like this, you know.
But when you look at them, you would tell pretty quickly if they were attractive or not.
Yeah.
Are they attractive?
I don't have great vision. I don't know. I really
This
don't
is
try
going to get out at the country club.
No, don't do
You're
that.
fucked.
No, wait, hold on a
I would
second.
love to take this country club from you.
You're gonna.
Yeah,
You have to
hazard
get
a
me
guess.
into a real nice one.
They're gonna have a meeting at the club. The big dogs are gonna be there, and the ugly car girls, and they're gonna.
We gotta get the big dog out.
I like
That's what I was saying. It's a country club full of attorneys. We can't get this person out.
I like the
Attorneys?
idea that you
There's a
show.
lot of attorneys there.
I like the idea that you show up on Saturday and all the cart girls are hot. You're like,
Yeah, we heard Mr. Big Time doesn't like
Oh my God.
how attractive the girls are.
we're about to lose them. Yeah.
They never have Uncrustables.
They don't have Uncrustables.
Never. Have you ever had one?
You've never had one.
No,
I thought you
I've
said
had
the
them.
golf
They never stock them
at the country club.
at the country club.
Yeah,
I
are
regret
they-
saying that
Are they
out loud.
supposed
course.
to?
Yeah.
I thought it was all just like nuts and pretzels and stuff.
No, they have Uncrustables and they never stock them.
Oh, so the Uncrustables are gone. It's probably the big dog. Big dog gets there early.
I'll tell you what. If you come, we get paired with the big dog. I'm drinking with you.
Yes.
That I would do
How come you can't drink?
because I love golf. It's just like I don't want to. I love it, and I don't want to be buzzed doing it.
Yeah, you don't want to disrespect the game.
It's not even disrespected. It's just like
You just want to play your best.
yeah, and it just I feel like a kid.
One
again.
or two might loosen you up.
I know. I've heard that from a lot of people, but
A lot of fucking alcoholics in golf.
there's a frost delay, and people are like, "Well, I guess I'm having a Long Island iced tea." It's like, damn.
Yeah, you gotta at 9 at the turn you gotta reevaluate
Yeah.
every time.
He goes, this thing's not going anywhere. 65
Yeah,
through
yeah.
9.
You gotta mix it up.
Yeah, she was like she was saying something. I forget.
No one talked about her game at all. Like she doesn't.
No,
she can't
nobody's
hit
talked
the
about
long
the game
ball.
yet, but apparently
I-
she plays fast. So
She can play.
She's gonna hit.
If they're all
bombs.
calling her a piece of shit and not one person was like, yeah, and she sucks, she's probably
Yeah.
good. Do you guys have a tournament?
yeah,
When?
I don't know. I think it's past, but yeah, we do.
Oh, give me the date. I'm gonna turn that into waste management. I'm gonna bring 2,000.
management for anyone who doesn't know, just people getting so
I'm gonna bring 2,000 dudes and scream the whole tournament.
Holy shit! I keep forgetting how popular the podcast. Like, yeah, you could bring people out.
We could
there.
have a nice meeting. We could have a dogs meet up at
Yeah.
your country club tournament.
Oh
the
my
open.
God!
Is it gonna be? Make it public.
All right, next
Just
year.
the ugly fucking cart girls serving us.
They're not ugly.
I would not know.
I didn't
I've
even
never
know there
seen
were
them.
cart girls.
You don't know about cart? They're pretty great.
I didn't know. I didn't know
They're
about that.
usually beautiful queens.
I always thought the pros just handled
By
the carts.
beautiful queens, I mean very young.
Oh yeah, high school kids.
Yeah, now that I'm saying it, I
That's
take it
why I'm
back. Now
trying
that
to-
I'm saying it, I take it back.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, because
gross.
lots of they are like high school. Yeah,
Oh man, you're calling high school girls ugly?
it's impressive. No, I'm saying I don't even know if they're attractive or ugly. Given
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't
that
even
I'm-
look.
yeah, I nod. I say whatever.
You
They don't
say,
have, like,
excuse
a
me, do you have
yearbook?"
Uncrustables?
They go no. You go,
Yeah,
all
no,
right.
you go, all right, you ugly
idiot.
bitch. I'm gonna tell everyone you guys are ugly. Bitch doesn't even have an Uncrustable. Oh fuck! I shanked it. Great. Oh man, I'd love to see you out there. I'd love to go with you because I'm gonna fuck it up for you, and you're gonna get unreasonably angry.
I would be reasonably angry if you fucked it up.
Why?
For me.
Who
I
cares?
it's fun to make a score. I love like the tension of it. I don't take gimme putts. I love like making everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
That I
understand
agree
the
with.
thrill of it.
yeah. You're like, ooh, I could almost beat my best score. When I was playing with those old ladies, I was I was coming. If I had parred the last hole, I was going to shoot an 80.
That would be
Damn.
pretty good.
And
And
then
90
I
was the goal
quadruple
like
bogey
2 weeks ago. Oh really?
Yeah.
You choked.
I choked so hard. I know I talked about it briefly. But
Did they
were the
know?
most
Did they
fun.
know the stakes?
They knew. I tell everybody like that I'm playing with what's going on, so it builds attention.
What did they say to you after you quadruple bogeyed the last hole?
Oh, you couldn't find it because, like, I obviously hit one OB.
Yeah. It was just you and old women golfing.
Yeah.
You were charming them, weren't you?
They were charming me.
You were charming.
We were
them.
having the time.
That's your type of fun.
It was so great.
Yeah.
They were so nice. They would just like keep poking the ball forward.
I love that.
And then
Just worm burners.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this one hole that's like really hard. I got on the green too, and she turned to me. She was like, "Where'd you go?" I was like, "I'm on the green." She's like, "Woohoo!" I was like, "Yes." They were just.
Isn't that nice? That's wholesome.
I think it's
fun.
great.
That's wholesome fun.
Yeah.
And then you went home and pounded your cock. Smut porn you find on Reddit. You fucking deviant.
I like porn.
It's the duality of man.
It really is the duality. You're out there like, oh, wahoo, I got a nice score. I found a new genre on fucking subreddit.
Do you ever look at like thumbnails and think, "Oh, that's for later"?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Because usually
Yeah.
you might have that idea of like, oh, that's for later. Like you're saying next beat, or we're going to keep this beat going. I'm going to start with this and go to that.
No, I'm saying for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you come and you're like, I'm never going to jack off again.
Oh no, I was saying if
I don't remember it. Oh, you're saying you're looking at porn when you're not jacking off,
Right.
or you're like, I'm keeping this?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You
so
guys do
here's
that?
the deal. Sometimes,
Yeah.
do you know X videos?
It's rare. It's rare, but
Yeah.
it is
That's all
that
we have
thing.
down Texas way, dude.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they took a porn
Well,
hub.
see, I'm not a big Pornhub guy because to me that's all like you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
And X
You like a
videos,
wild card in there.
X videos throws a wild card, and I'm into all that.
Yeah.
So sometimes, but yeah, they'll have some thumbnails that you go that.
And you're just, when are you doing this?
What do you mean?
So you're not jacking off. You're just looking at porn.
Correct.
Where would you be in the world while you're doing something like that?
Sometimes it'll be like in my like lawn chair recliner watching golf or something on TV.
Just toss some porn on.
I don't toss it on. I go to the website. So, and you see what's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
I'm
yeah.
not,
when you're not in the mood, you let it get you.
it's not
into
like
the
I'm
mood.
checking it like I'm checking for messages. You know what I mean?
I know, but I just like the idea of sitting in a lawn chair. I mean, like, yeah, I am going to jack off later.
Yeah.
All right. We've got that settled.
Yeah, because sometimes the search is so frantic when you're in the midst of it that sometimes you want a detached, objective appraisal of what's out
And
there.
you're doing this too.
Yeah, it's almost like a mental joke.
What?
What?
Yeah.
You know-
What?
If you remember Matt was on his joking kick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
What is-
edging. Edging is more than, you're thinking more edging.
Oh.
Okay. What's joking?
Jelking, I think, is pulling your dick to try to make it bigger over like
Yeah, you're
actually
right.
stretching.
Edging. Okay.
Edging it, yeah.
Yeah.
And you do this.
Definitely.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Where do you do it? Just like while you're hanging out on the couch or something?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done
You
it.
guys better not be
recently.
doing this in public.
I know.
No.
I haven't done it recently, but
Definitely,
I used to. I
definitely.
used to like when I was totally not in the mood, just be like, let's see.
I'm going to be in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would find
And
a
then you
video.
get in the mood
and
Let me
pretty
then-
look at
quick.
the menu.
Yeah.
Because I got reservations later.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's going to leave the house for 30 minutes
Oh.
and 5 hours.
That is, that is a lot of times what'll.
Of course.
Yep, I know she's gonna be
You know,
out.
she's
or
going to
something.
be gone tonight.
Yep.
No, it's me time. I haven't had me time in a while. I've had me time in fucking forever. This is going to be great. That is nice when you're in a relationship and you get to catch a beat.
Yeah.
Brings back the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No pressure.
Man, I remember this.
Yeah. You don't have to watch someone be disappointed. It's nice.
God, that yeah.
You don't like when you disappoint your lover.
No. Why?
That's just the funniest thing to ask. That's all. It was just a funny question to ask.
Yeah, no, I don't.
The way
like
I
this.
look at it, she better get hers. Because I'm going to get mine. That's the Bernie Mac set on that is as funny as it gets.
What's that?
He had, in his Kings of Comedy set, he has like a cuck joke, which I didn't even know they were making those back then.
I don't even.
He does it at one part of the set. He's like, y'all fucking for 45 minutes? What you got to prove? 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And she better get hers. Cause I'm gonna get mine. The crowd's like, she's like, I'm gonna go get a younger man. Go get it, bitch. Go get it, bitch. I'll watch. I'll be in the corner. It's like really good.
That is hilarious.
God damn.
Yeah, the Kings of Comedy,
He's the best.
Bernie Mac sets.
The Def
Give it a
Jam
watch.
one?
No, it's Kings of
Yeah.
Comedy. There
Oh,
was-
yeah,
Yeah.
but do you remember the one his set from the
Kick
Apollo?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, I'm not afraid of you.
I ain't scared of you.
Yeah, I'm
motherfucker.
scared.
That could be a fun thing to rewatch. Is just the Bernie Mac show.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that come? Wait.
Oh man, I miss Matt. We need Matt.
Yeah, he's
He's
so
the
good.
best.
I wonder what he's up to. I wonder what he's got going. You know,
He is. He's
if you had
always,
to guess, what do you think he's up to? He's up to something.
yeah. He's always like working on something. He's working on learning instruments. I can't believe how good he is at instruments. I don't know when he picked that up. Was that late in life, or
when he
was
had
that
kids.
always? Yeah.
He's like, it's time to
How
get
does-
out of the
where-
house a little.
Yeah. Where do you find the time? And then he's always. I was dabbling a little bit. I
He
meant
always
to
played
talk to him.
guitar.
Yeah. Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
since he was a kid.
Yeah.
I was dabbling a little bit in the that Jungian psychology stuff. I meant to talk to him about it, like your shadow self.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
You would if you read
I like
it.
some of the stuff.
If you read
Of
it,
course, I just like the ones that affirm my beliefs,
Yeah.
not anything that questions it.
No, dude, I was reading
This
this
is a
book
good,
on
healthy way to live. Nothing challenging.
it. Yeah, but it is. They're like. I was reading a book that I guess Jung had like put together with some of his students or whatever, and it's just page after page of it's like locker room pump up speeches
Nice.
about just battling inner demons. It does get you fired the fuck up.
That's good.
Yeah, it's fun to. That's how you get hooked in because they
Send me
don't really
that.
make arguments that they're right. They're just like, here's the thing, here's the thing, here's the thing, this thing. Yeah.
Whatever happened with you two? You guys were intellectuals for a while.
Yeah,
You guys were like Sam Harris guys.
Yeah,
Weren't you guys like space? Elon Musk space
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
Whatever happened? Oh, you turned on him because he bought Twitter.
I didn't turn on him.
Sure. Sure.
I still watch the SpaceX launches. I saw them land the Super
That whole
Heavy.
fucking
It was fucking awesome.
thing on Elon Musk worked a little. People that don't know him at all are like, yeah, fuck that guy. It worked. The hippies,
Oh,
media.
yeah.
They did a good job of tarnishing his. I mean, not that he
He's out there doing
picked a
some,
side,
Yeah,
but
he's out there
might
doing
have got
some
pushed to
wild
a side,
stuff.
but he certainly picked a side.
Yeah. He's out there doing some wacky stuff, but I still like I like whenever he tweets that Tesla's doing well, I get excited. Whenever he tweets about SpaceX, I get pumped.
You guys are intellectuals, though. You're a big Sam Harris man.
yeah.
We were,
It's
yeah.
just if you're asking like what happened, it's the same thing I think with comedy where you're just like, I'm not good at this. Honestly, like
I think
you
you're
have
good.
to try and have an opinion on something, and, like to be educated, it's really hard.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks.
And not turn into like a douche. Who's
Yes.
just like
That's what you guys were up against.
yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
were about to be going
Yeah.
toe to toe with that.
Yeah, and there's
Because that's where the intellectual thing eventually goes.
yeah,
Matt does a good job with it because Matt's very funny about it.
yeah.
But if you pursue the intellectual, what are you going to give a fucking speech?
Yeah, it's brutal, and also
know?
And yeah, you
And then what?
your whole identity sort of kind of gets wrapped up in it to where it's really difficult to
getting focused on trying to change other people's minds sucks. I think getting worried about you're basically worrying what's going on. Oh, worried about trying to change someone's mind sucks. That's why I like Matt's intellectual stuff is personal. It's a personal journey.
Yeah. Especially because he's telling me most of the time, and I'm always like, yeah, I don't like that. And he's like, that's fine if you don't like it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, I don't. Let's talk about football. That's what people want on our podcast. They want football.
Yeah, but you do a little bit of the same thing.
What do you mean?
I feel like you're like a historical intellectual.
I thought I was till I opened my fucking mouth on a podcast and then read comments.
Yeah,
Turns out I don't know shit.
Yeah, but do they know anything?
No.
Yeah.
They're commenting on the internet.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to read a story about a guy and then just
Some people know, yeah.
yeah.
Every once in a while, a dork will fucking drill you on YouTube. You'll be like, fuck. They'll put a link in there. They'll be like, damn, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, way out of line. Way out of line.
But then you get to be right once you read the thing.
Yeah. Oh, you change your mind and
Yeah.
admit you were wrong?
Yeah. You grow. You can change. I'm still waiting for that day. I'm still waiting for that day.
Well, I think we've probably hit a wall on this one.
Yeah, we're deep.
Gerbies, you got any gross shit you're up to?
I don't.
I do like to hear about your sexual ways.
I know.
It's okay if you don't have any. You've been busy. You're probably tired from work.
It is. That's why I feel so bad.
You haven't been able to pleasure your woman as much because you've been tired.
There's just not a lot.
Do you just lay on the bed and let her have at it?
No.
Do you lay down again?
No,
Go ahead.
I can do some groundwork.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Do what you will.
Yeah, apologize.
No, stop,
okay.
dude. You're
There's nothing
fine.
to apologize about. I feel that you hit it right on the head. It's just our whole day is doing something that we shouldn't be talking about,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the day, I stare vacantly. I've been watching Harry Potter. That's it.
That's fun.
It is fun. Harry Potter's
Dumbledore
good.
dies and Snape's the fucking man.
I know that. I know that going into it.
As
Yeah.
soon as Sadie told me, she was like, "We're watching Harry Potter. Chris has never seen it." I was like, "Dumbledore dies." And you actually did not know that.
I don't.
You knew Snape was a good guy.
I knew Dumbledore. I think it's like all the stuff I've sort of seen on one level
Yeah.
and another, but I haven't like actually watched the movies. And they're pretty
Harry
good.
Potter fucking rules.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix was fucking awesome, and fucking Dumbledore fucking hitting,
Yeah.
disappearing with the Phoenix.
I don't
Sick.
remember which ones are which. I remember I farted real loud during a Harry Potter because my friends loved Harry Potter, so we would go to like the midnight showings.
Yeah.
And in Harry Potter, I hit a nice fart on a silent moment. It became a thing I liked to do, was fart as loud as I could during. And this was back when movie theaters were packed, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very fun.
That's hilarious.
Silent moment fart.
Yes.
Did you get a laugh?
Yeah,
Crushed.
you get a big laugh. It's one of my favorite videos ever. Is a guy
Were you at all
farting.
at risk of shitting your pants?
No, you know
Okay.
me. You know how I hit farts, bro.
What were you saying?
My favorite video is a guy farting during Oppenheimer. At the fucking when they press it, it's like 3, 2. It's just silent before the bomb goes off. There's a video of a guy farting, and like 6 people are in the theater. There's a guy in the front, all the way by himself, like. But it's wonderful because they wasted. That movie's 90 hours long, and they finally got to the most important part. And the guy's like,
Yeah.
"It's great."
Oh,
It's fun
man.
stuff. Me and Soder went to a Down syndrome movie theater once when we were on the road. I always thought those were fiction. They exist. Everyone working there had Downs. Like the popcorn guy,
Oh.
ticket guy, everybody. And which was great. They were
Yeah.
pumped. You go in, they're like, "What movie are you going to see?"
Yeah.
I forget what it was. They're like, "It's fucking incredible.
It's the best movie ever, yeah.
It's going to win Best Picture, I think." But we got in there, the guy farted real loud, and we were fucking dying laughing. Like for out the whole movie, we were
course,
laughing because it was an empty. We were in like Albany, New York, or one of these places on the road, and just during the day saw a movie. So the theater's empty, other than us and like a guy like 3 rows behind us. And he farted, so we were howling laughing. The rest of the movie, we couldn't stop laughing. And then at the very end, I looked back up when we were all getting ready. I was like, "Who did this? I can't wait to see this, man." And he also was mentally disabled, dude, zipping up and down his jacket like 10 times. I was like, shouldn't have been making fun of that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet that place ran smoothly.
It did.
Yeah.
They were hyped.
Yeah.
Everybody was happy to work there.
Yeah. That's heaven. Popcorn soda.
Popcorn soda, stoked on every movie.
Yeah, you get to
they
go
kept
to every
coming in.
movie for free.
They kept coming in to watch the movie. This guy with just a mop coming in. He's standing there for 45 minutes, be like, "Oh shit, gotta go back to work." It's a good gig for those
God
fellas.
damn.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We'll get some more. We'll get
Yeah.
fired up. We'll get a daytime one
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up
Okay.
where we're a little more.
Yeah.
We'll think of something funny.
Get Kyle on too.
We could get Kyle on. She's under the weather. Everyone's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some rough takes this week. Kylo is sick as fuck. There's gonna be some lines in the show where she's like, "This is not usable." All right, well, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll get it next
We'll
week.
get a daytime one, maybe a weekend one.
Weekend one would be nice.
You throw a couple brewskis.
Couple brewskis in there.
Yeah.
So
You can have 3.
I'm out. My gun's just clanking. I don't know how you guys do it.
No. If it's
all right, I'll have a couple.
Pretty easy.
All right, yeah.
You
don't
drink
have
and
to.
have the best time of your life every single time. Then you take 4 days off and go, what the fuck? Being sober sucks. I'm going to get fucked up as soon as Friday is done.
And then it's also a help if politics comes up. You don't look at the floor and go, yeah, it is complicated.
No, you stand your ground.
Right.
You go, hey, listen, you're a fucking dumbass. You don't know shit. I actually know. I listen to Tim Dillon. No, it's I was jealous before. It's almost like when you're single, jacking off is kind of sad. The same way like drinking when you don't have really work during the day is kind of like, God damn, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Now you work Monday through Friday. You go, I got to be sober. Friday is going to fucking rule.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's back. The thrill is back.
And Saturday can rule.
Saturday's going to rock, dude. The Halloween party.
Yeah.
I might kill you at the Halloween party.
Yeah, you're going to kill me. Yeah.
Sunday is the real. That's the question.
Sunday, I almost fell on Sunday. I was just sitting by myself watching the Eagles. I had that fridge full of beer from the night before. And I was like, I could have a couple.
Dude.
And I got a text that was like 7 a.m. call time. I was like, I can't have one or I'll quit the show.
That's the scary Sunday is the scariest because you go, I'm so hungover. One would actually help.
Just one.
One would actually you level
Holy
me out.
Shit, I'm back. Two's gonna make me feel even better. We're rolling. All right, we gotta stop. Kirby's, you gotta go to bed.
I gotta go to the gym.
Nice.
Oh,
You're jacked this season.
No, I'm not jacked.
Getting your clothes
I'm just
tailored.
trying
You're gonna be the most handsome guy.
I feel so much better if I.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll leave you alone. All right. Thank you, Steven.
Thank you.
You seem really sad about this.
Because I know how much you're carrying here, and I don't want.
I'm not carrying anything.
Yeah.
This is
we'll get another one going.
All right.
Yeah. What are you talking about? You carry this with your golf stuff.
I gotta come prepared with a list.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta do better for you. I gotta do better for you.
You'll be able to think of some stuff.
All right.
We'll you and I will make a list next time.
All right.
All right.
We'll compare notes.
Thank you, everyone.
See you.
The Wild Wild West.
All right. Paul Check, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I mean, thanks for coming. I've been really thinking about getting you on here for years.
Is that right?
I swear to God, you seem like I started watching you probably 10 years ago.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's because you're, I guess, what's your title? You're a holistic health
I'm a holistic
practitioner?
health practitioner by license, yeah.
But you're also like the level of like depth you go into with stuff, it's like, seems like you're a doctor. Although you probably can't say you are.
A lot of people think I am. But holistic health means the whole, right? So I pretty much deal with the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual aspects of life. And people usually have all those problems at once.
Yeah, and deal with maybe one physical, maybe.
Well, usually
not
the
even.
physical problems are, unless someone falls off a ladder or, gets in a car accident, 85% of all orthopedic injuries are idiopathic, which means the patient doesn't even know how they got them. So
Really?
when you consider 85 out of 100 people going to doctors because of injuries to necks, backs, muscles, joints, don't know how it is that they actually got injured, what you come to realize as a therapist, you can either just keep treating symptoms or you got to figure out why is this thing manifesting in their life. And it's almost always things like diet problems, lifestyle challenges, relationship problems, beliefs that are disempowering, being scared of God.
Yeah. Well, what do you think in terms of so as like a holistic health practitioner, have you ever I'm sure you have, but what has it been like taking someone who was in a pretty bad state physically, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff, and really transforming them from if they had say they had indigestion, back pain, anxiety, how it, what I guess what I'm trying to ask you is what is it like to transform somebody like that, and B, are there some people it's just there's nothing you can do, or
There's always something you can do, but it just depends on how motivated the person is to heal and to grow. I created the term the pain teacher. So when the pain teacher shows up in your life, it's a good idea to be a good student. So the first thing I identify is, what are you willing to heal for and grow for that you're inspired enough to do the work to heal and grow. Because if I don't identify a dream bigger than your crisis, then you'll become so accustomed to your crisis, then you'll just turn yourself into someone who's taking drugs and seeing doctors for the rest of your life, and that's exactly what they want.
Yeah. So you're saying that's kind of the first area you go into is like, what are you doing? Like, what's your point? Like, what's your purpose?
Well, I ask, what is your dream for yourself? Why do you want to heal? What are you going to do with yourself? I have to have something that inspires and motivates them, because it's very, very rare that I can rehabilitate somebody that doesn't have to make changes in their diet and their lifestyle and their beliefs and the behaviors that led to the problem.
What percentage of people will you deal with have like zero overarching dream to their life, or just kind of going through the motions?
I would say probably about 85 to 90% of people really don't know what they're doing in their life other than making money to try to survive.
Yeah.
And so that's a real big part of the therapy, is helping them get clear on what's meaningful to them and what fills their heart, what gives them a sense of purpose beyond just existing.
Yeah, I think that checks out. I really, I call it the drift. Whenever I get caught up in just the day-to-day bullshit of just like, am I selling tickets for stand-up, am I this, and I have no overarching purpose of like, what am I doing? Who am I doing it for? What is the point of my existence? Am I actually helping anybody, or am I just fucking pumping resources into myself like unconsciously and thoughtlessly?
It's called flatland.
Flatland, yeah. I spent a lot of time there myself. And that's how I found you. I was on YouTube just finding like workouts and this and that. And I'd be like, oh, that's kind of a cool workout. Then I'd watch you talk and I was like, damn, this guy knows a lot about kind of a lot of shit. So how did you get into that? Because you were a paratrooper?
I was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division, yeah.
And then you got into motocross racing?
I was racing motocross when I was a young man before I became a paratrooper.
So that was first.
And I was a competitive fighter. I was a boxer and a kickboxer. And I played a lot of sports, but I fought my way onto the Army boxing team while I was in the 82nd Airborne Division, and then I became the trainer of the Army boxing team.
Oh, okay.
And the team doctor was an osteopathic physician, so I was put in charge of nutrition. I was put in charge of designing and developing all the training programs for the fighters, and I took them all through them personally. I didn't just write shit on the board. I did everything with them. I was also in charge of managing the gym, and I represented the Army in triathlon at the same time. First, I was a fighter on the boxing team, but I was also representing the Army in triathlon. And my company commander said, hey, I'm going to bet a lot of money on you to win the Army triathlon. So if you want to stop boxing so you can train full-time for triathlon, I'll let you do it. You just got to win. And I knew that I wasn't going to turn pro because my fighting style is too aggressive, and I already had lots of guys on the boxing team that showed a lot of signs of brain injury already as early as 19 and 20 years of age.
You're saying like from the damage you were inflicting, or you're saying just in general, just getting knocked around so much?
No, just, a lot of the guys on the team had 300 plus fights.
Oh God.
They started boxing, most of them when they were around 8 years old.
Jesus.
These are like the best fighters in the world. The only teams that ever beat us was Cuba and Russia. We're the third ranked amateur boxing team in the world.
Jesus.
So it's very serious.
So, okay. So, it wasn't just like palling around. Like you guys were like doing heavy
this is
competitive
hardcore.
boxing.
We trained 6.5, 7 hours a day.
Damn.
And traveled all over, our teams travel all over the world competing. And it's a big recruitment tool for the military.
Okay.
Army sports is quite big.
That actually makes sense.
And so my team doctor was an osteopath. So once I left, I told the coaches I was going to leave and train full-time for triathlon. They already knew that I knew a lot that they didn't know, because they've always been stunned the fact that I could, get up earlier than they did, run 6 to 10 miles a day, go swimming in the pool for an hour while they're eating lunch. And then after work, I'd go ride 25 to 60 miles at night. And while I'm a fighter on the team, I'm also competing in triathlon. And they're like, how in the hell do you do this? And
how did you do that? That's insane.
Well, I was raised on a farm,
Okay.
a big farm, 142-acre farm, by a very, very intense father who did not know what a child was and worked us like slaves in a a concentration camp.
Yeah.
And as I said to the guys in the last podcast, if you want to know what real fitness is, let me hand you an axe and let you split firewood for about 8 hours straight. And when your hands are covered in blisters and your father doesn't give a shit, you'll know what real fitness is.
Jesus Christ. So you had like, this was like nothing to you then to be that active and move around.
It wasn't that it was like nothing. I had to train extremely hard.
yeah.
You know, I was competing at a very high level. In triathlon, I was in the top 10 overall, even with the pros, in 6 USTS races, which is, you know, that's the full-blown
that's intense.
elite triathlon. That's the real triathlon organization. And I was, you know, a ranked fighter, and I was I did very well in motocross, and so it was really just that my father built such a strong work ethic into me and to all of my siblings that it wasn't out of character for me to realize how hard I had to work, and I don't like losing. So I just took the work ethic that was built into me from the farm and just applied that to something I wanted to do instead of something I was being told to do, and that was very freeing.
Hey, that's kind of nice. And I guess the farm gives people like a sun up to sundown mentality. You're not kind of like, well, I'm clocking up. It's like as soon as the sun's up, you got to get out.
You're at it. Yeah. My father's rule was you feed and water the animals before you eat. And if I ever catch you eating or drinking anything before those animals are taken care of, you'll never forget it. And he meant it.
I guess he would just dole out some punishment.
He could dole it out.
So you got out of there. I guess that makes sense. You're doing motocross in the military. So how did you like start absorbing kind of like health and holistic nutrition stuff? Like,
my mother's was a yogi. She became a yogi when I was 12. She'd been to India 3 times for advanced initiation. So my mother joined the Self-Realization Fellowship, which is the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, which is already quite holistic. And my mother was already just naturally into holistic everything. You know, we raised our own food. We slaughtered our own animals. We pretty much could live off of our farm. We milked our own cows, made our own butter, our own cheese, our own ice cream, our own bread. So I lived a very ground up life. And I also was very aware when I was young, competing in athletics, that whenever the guys that come from the area where I come from out in the country played city teams, we destroyed them.
Yeah.
And so it was easy for me to see the difference between the guys that came off of farms, like on football and on hockey. They were just a lot tougher, and they could take a lot more beating. So I already had an early, the handwriting was on the wall that if you eat too many Cheez-Its and drink too much soda pop and sit around, then you don't have the right stuff to be a good athlete.
Yeah. So what would you, if someone is going from like that state of like the standard, like Cheez-Its, you know, all that stuff, if like say that's starting at 0, like total inactivity, terrible diet, like what would you tell people to do if you had to give them like 4? I don't know if this is like an annoying question, but like,
no, you ask me.
How do people get started? Like if like you want to give someone like a very basic thing to like start yourself to being actually like healthy and all that.
Well, after many, many years as a therapist and a specialist in conditioning and a guy that's worked with countless of the best athletes in the world, I synthesized what one must understand in order to be successful in any kind of endeavor, whether it be to just be healthy so that you don't have to deal with pain all the time, or to play with your grandkids, or to, you know, be able to hike to the top of your favorite mountain, or to win a gold medal. And basically, I broke it down to 4 key areas that we have to have conscious awareness of, which I call the 4 doctors. And the reason I call them that is because if you spend time with these 4 doctors, you don't need the ones that give you drugs and do surgery.
Yeah.
The first one, and that's the most important, is Dr. Happiness. So first you have to be conscious about what is happy making for you. Be committed to doing it regularly enough that you don't need to turn to drugs or depend on other people to make you happy, because that leads to a lot of relationship problems and health problems and codependencies. And Dr. Happy is also the aspect of your psyche that you must be clear on what your dream goal or objective for your life is at any given time. And once you're clear on what your dream goal or objective for your life is, then you have to establish clear values so you know when to say yes and when to say no. Because if you have no values, you never know when to say no. And so you'll eat whatever someone sticks in front of you, or drink whatever someone sticks in front of you. And next thing you know, you feel like shit and you look just as bad.
Yeah.
So the values you've got to set have to do with the other three doctors. First, you have to establish, what am I going to do that's happy making regularly, so you know what you're doing. Like, some people like to play guitar. Some people like to read books. Some people like to watch movies. Some people like to go hiking. Some people like a mix of all those. But if you don't build that into your schedule, then you wake up one day, 5 years have gone by, and your whole family's addicted. You feel like shit, and you go, what happened? Then you have to be clear on what your movement needs are. So Dr. Movement first says, what do I need to have baseline health? Right? So you don't have to be an athlete, but you need to do at least 30 to 60 minutes of exercise a day, depending on the intensity and the type of exercise, which we could just call movement, right? So even if it's walking, I would tell people, if you're just going to walk, I would recommend you build yourself up to an hour a day, or you're going to end up being sedentary, because you got to deal with the force of gravity. And gravity is enough to wear a sedentary person out. I've met many people that got winded just walking up a flight of stairs. In fact, I found a research study once saying that 50% of people seeing medical doctors hit their lactate threshold walking from the waiting room to the examination room.
Damn, so they're getting like a burning pain in their legs.
They're getting what you would get after a set of heavy squats, where you feel like the last couple of reps are hard to get out.
Yeah.
They're getting that halfway to the doctor's examination room. That's 50% of people.
Damn, that's crazy.
So first, you got to use movement to create baseline health. And there's just the list of benefits of movement I could sit here and talk for hours on, mentally, emotionally, physically, hormonally, things like enhanced circulation, enhanced digestion, enhanced metabolism, enhanced mood. The benefits of movement are too many to list, and there's tons and tons of science on it. So then once you know what your dream, say your dream is to, let's say you're a park ranger, but you started, like you said, eating garbage and not knowing any better. Once you've got baseline health, then I would say, okay, well, how fit do you need to be to do your work? Climbing mountains, potentially having to rescue people, carrying equipment around, building trails, doing the things a park ranger does. And then I would say, okay, now you got to build yourself up. I like to see, my goal with all my athletes that I train and all the patients I work with is to build you up to 30% higher of a physical capacity than the demands of your work, sports, or play environment.
Got you.
That way you have enough reserve that if you're tired, or if you are having to deal with a crisis, or you get a surprise, like say the park ranger's dealing with extremely heavy snow and someone gets caught out there and they're out on a 24-hour hunt to find someone, you need the reserves. Life always throws you curveballs, you know that.
Yeah. So
my goal as a therapist is always to identify what level of fitness they need, say a professional hockey player, and say, now I'm going to build you up so you're 30% beyond that.
Yeah.
Which means you're extremely fit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Player. Yeah. But that is bulletproofing, right? That way you're safe. Then you've got to look at doctor diet. The old saying, you are what you eat, is very true, but there's another one that's just as true. You are what you don't excrete.
Yeah.
So the more toxins you accumulate in your body, the more poisoned you get, the more out of balance your physiology is, and the more complications you have, and the more you invite things like fungal infections and parasite infections and a lot of health degenerating things. And first it starts off as fatigue, then it becomes illnesses, often minor illnesses, then major ones, then diseases, then death. So you can tell where someone's at by just looking at that stage of progression. First you get tired, then you start having colds and flus, then you start having stuff that a doctor would call a disease like diabetes, then you die.
Damn. So basically just move around, know what you're up to, and eat good food.
You got to eat high quality food, which means it's got to be certified organic, or it's covered with farming chemicals, which will poison you and kill you slowly.
So what do you think about people who have, like, I've noticed a certain type of machismo around organic produce where they go, I'm paying same fucking thing.
Well, there's a lot of, most people don't really have enough knowledge to be even intelligent in making a decision like that, sadly. There is a real problem because a lot of the major corporations such as Pepsi, Coke, Cadbury, Snickers, and many others that you would never expect own organic certifications,
Yeah.
but they also own large farms that produce commercial food. So what they do to buck the system is they actually do research. They fund university agricultural programs as well. So what they'll do is they'll take their commercially grown chemical-laden poison, they'll do research on it to analyze the nutritional values of it. Then they'll send in organic food under a different label, never telling you they own that label, and it's grown on the same burnt-out soils, but without the chemicals added. And they say, look, there's no nutritional difference. And so they've been trying to wipe out the organic concept for years because they don't want to have to compete in a market that requires them to manage the soils properly because it's slower and it's more expensive. And it actually is respectful of nature. What a concept. So a lot of people have gotten this false conception that organic is no better, or they make excuses like, oh, there's so much toxins in the air, or there's overspray from chemicals. And I say, well, there's a scale of toxicity. Yeah. If you're getting an organic farm, yeah, there might be some overspray or some mild, chemtrails hitting your food, but it's still on a scale of toxicity, a lot less stressful on your body. So the thing is that you can't really rely on organic certifications because almost all of these, there's over 100 of them now, and only about 2 or 3 of them are actually legitimate.
So what about like Whole Foods produce, like anything?
Whole Foods started off good, but now it's just a corporate whore.
Yeah.
So there's another example of a place that once had good ideas, as is often the case. Just like religions, they start off with good intentions and become brainwashing machines.
Yeah.
Right? And as the world goes. And so the thing to do is go to farmers markets, and the real organic certifications are not only expensive, but to get a real organic certification, the organization sends a soil scientist to your property. They analyze your soil to see if there's mineral imbalances in it and if there's any chemicals in it that are dangerous. Then you have to go through a 2-year gestation period where they will, as part of the fee, they will help you balance the soils, get the microorganisms healthy, and the microorganisms will catabolize the chemicals in the soil. But it usually takes about 2 years for microorganisms to clean the soil. And only then can you get certified once they retest your soil. So most of these corporations will not go through that process.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of farmers won't either because they don't have the money. A lot of farmers are barely making it. So, if you pay $15,000 a year for an organic certification, but you're only making $20,000 a year after you've made your expenses. So the point I'm making is if you go to farmers markets and just ask, do you farm organically? Do you use any chemicals on this food? Most of them will say no.
Yeah.
The other thing is you can taste the difference.
Yeah.
You can taste the difference. If you eat real organic food and compare it to non-organic food, it's the difference between eating a styrofoam cup and real food.
It's kind of depressing. My brother grows a lot of food himself. He doesn't have a farm. He just kind of like loves gardening and stuff.
Good.
And having a potato like from the store versus or having his potato versus one from the store, it's like depressing.
Absolutely.
You eat it and you're like, oh, fuck, this is what this tastes like?
You're just eating empty shell of a living organism.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So the two key things, there's 3 key things. One, you have to be adequately hydrated with high quality water. In my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy, you have right there. I tell you what high quality water is, how to find it, and how to assess it from pH to mineral density and things like that. Total dissolved solids is what it's called. But once you're eating high quality food, then you have to eat the right proportions based on what your body's needs are. There's no such thing as a diet that works for any number of people. That's absolute bullshit. Every one of us is as different on the inside as we are on the outside. And just like we all have different fingerprints, we all have different needs. Even within the same family, you can see wildly different needs for food. You can have, in the same family, you can have someone sitting at one end of the table that does fine on almost a vegetarian diet, and on the other end, you got a total carnivore. Why? One might be an athlete. One might have parasites and fungal infection and have totally different biochemistry. One may have a completely different psychological profile and internalizes all their stress and therefore needs different nutrition because they're constantly stressing themselves out with stinking thinking.
Yeah.
So if I listed all the things that can change what your macronutrient and micronutrient needs are, it would take hours.
So it's not like MyFitnessPal, click 2,000, like, yep, that's me. So you got to really kind of get in.
No,
there.
you got to pay attention, but your body's always telling you when you're eating right.
Yeah. What do you think about is not eating till you're hungry?
Well, there's no sense eating if you're not hungry.
I do it all the time though. I get in that thing where I'm like, it's lunchtime. I have to eat right now, and I eat, and I'm like, I'm stuffed, and I feel like gross.
Well, you shouldn't eat if you're not hungry, but generally most people need 3 meals a day unless they're sedentary.
Okay.
Or unless they're drinking things like caffeine or smoking cigarettes, because those can have an appetite suppressing effect.
Mm-hmm.
So, and medical drugs can do that as well. But if a person's healthy, breakfast should be your biggest meal of the day, because breakfast, the breakfast you eat has the most effect on stimulating your metabolism. That's been shown in research. It's especially important for women. For example, when you diet, research shows like if you start skipping meals, your body increases lipogenic enzymes which store fat. So the more you diet, the more your body tries to store fat because it thinks you're going into a famine period, so it's trying to protect you. If you eat 3 meals a day, or you eat enough that your body's not hungry and your body's not thinking, oh my God, we're running out of resources, you'll generate lipolytic enzymes, which break fat down more efficiently.
Okay.
So the general rule of thumb, there's a lady named Deborah Waterhouse that wrote a whole book on this. The general rule of thumb is breakfast should be your biggest meal of the day because it has the greatest effect on stimulating your metabolism. Ideally, most people find they need to eat about every 4 hours, but the difference is if you're not hungry, well, don't eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to overload the system. It takes 55%, approximately 55%, it's somewhere between 52 and 55% of all the calories you eat just to run the machinery of digestion to get the food from mouth to anus. So my point is, if you're just eating to eat and you're not hungry, you're spending a ton of energy and resources just to run it from mouth to anus.
Yeah.
So think of it like the cost of running a factory. So you've got to pay that price before you have nutrition that you can put into reserve, that you can use to play tennis, to chop firewood, to go to work, to run your brain.
Yeah.
And so when you realize how costly it is, and this is one of the reasons why it's very bad to eat too close to bedtime, because your organs and glands are working all night long, so you actually never get to rest your internal systems. So you can wake up feeling tired because you never got to rest the inner side of yourself, and there's more on the inside than there is on the outside, pretty much, So
what would you, just real quick, what would you say before bedtime, like 4 hours before you go to sleep, stop eating, or like?
I would recommend not eating more than 2 hours, closer than 2 hours before bedtime. You should not go to bed feeling full at all. You should feel comfortable, but not full.
Gotcha.
By the time you fall asleep, if you ate, say at 6:30 or 7 and went to bed at 10, by the time you fall asleep, you're going to be far enough along in the digestive process that probably within about the next 3 hours, most of the food will have left your stomach, come through the small intestine.
Gotcha.
It won't go all the way through the small intestine, but it'll be far enough along that the body doesn't have to do the hard work of breaking things down.
Yeah.
I've experimented with it a lot. I personally don't sleep well at all if I eat. Like if I typically go to bed around 9 because I get up at 3:30 in the morning. So if I eat later than about 6, I notice I don't get nearly the quality of sleep.
Yeah.
So I need about 3 hours myself. But everybody should just, realize that each of us is so individual. You got to be your own scientist and say, okay, let me pay attention. What happens if I eat dinner 3 hours before bed? Oh, let me try 2 hours. Let me try an hour before bed. And you'll quickly get the feedback. It's not like you need a doctor or a therapist to tell you that. That's an expensive way to
true.
avoid common sense.
Well, here's a question I have.
One more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
We forgot the fourth doctor.
Yeah, my bad.
Dr. Quiet. Dr. Quiet's all about sleep. And we all are built in tune with natural cycles. So our hormonal system is regulated by the sun and the moon. Once the sun starts rising up, your cortisol levels, which is your primary stress hormone, elevate. And it's an activating hormone. It stimulates the brainstem, called the reticular activating system. It has an alerting effect on you. Research shows that if you're sound asleep and a photon hits your skin, I can take a laser pointer when you're sound asleep and point it at your big toe, And you got cells in your skin called cryptochrome cells that will deliver photons to your hypothalamus and wake you up because your body thinks if there's light, the sun's up.
Whoa.
So as the sun goes up, our major stress hormone, which protects us, supports us, and it's also the major anti-inflammatory hormone and the major alerting hormone, right? And it's coupled with adrenaline. So you have adrenaline, then cortisol, and the release cascade. They follow the sun as they go up. So we're designed to be the most active between about 10 o'clock and about 1 o'clock during the day. And then as it goes down and the sun's going down and the moon starts to go up, melatonin comes up, and it's the chief regulating hormone for all your anabolic hormones, which is your growth and repair hormones. So if a person, for example, before I tell you that, research shows that the first 4 hours of sleep, our body focuses on physical repair. So we need to be to bed by 10 o'clock p.m. on average. Otherwise, we delay the release of melatonin. So if we're, around flashing lights or these kinds of lights, it keeps telling your brain the sun's up. So as long as cortisol levels are up, melatonin levels stay suppressed, which means the half-life of cortisol is quite long. And you could end up, it can be 400 minutes. It's different depending on how healthy your liver is and how strong your liver is. But if you, for example, drink a cup of coffee at dinner time, you're going to still have tons of cortisol in you 4 hours later. So by the time you're just about to get up, you're only now is your body ready to release melatonin, but you've missed all your growth and repair time. So athletes burn themselves out and get lots of chronic injuries doing that. So if you just remember the simple rule that the activation hormones follow the sun and the growth and repair hormones follow the moon. So if you keep pushing your cortisol levels because you're making an extended day, which is like making an extended summer, so to speak, then you repress your growth and repair hormones. And the first 4 hours of sleep should be the body devotes itself to physical repair, and the second 4 hours of sleep are devoted to psychogenic repair, so brain and nervous system repair. And having known this for many, many years, I saw monitoring people's sleep cycles that sure enough, those that went to bed, say at midnight, had chronic physical problems. But those that were shift workers or mothers with new children that were staying up between about 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. had chronic neurological problems like headaches, cognitive disorders, crash cars a lot.
Yeah, Jesus. I know.
Cut their fingers a lot with knives. Because their psychogenic repair is getting shut down. In fact, research on new mothers shows that in the first year, a woman's brain shrinks 1 centimeter in circumference. It shrinks like a plum becoming a prune due to lack of sleep. So
Terrible.
The key thing that just to summarize, we need to make sure that we get to bed ideally by about 10 o'clock. And we've got to follow the natural cycles. And we want to make sure we don't eat too much food before bed because our body can't rest. And we don't want to drink coffee or stimulants any later than about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or it'll completely disrupt our hormonal cycles and we'll end up sleeping but waking up tired. We will sleep, but we will not be recovered. And if the more physically demanding your work environment or your sports environment is, the more critical that becomes to your ability to improve, to grow, to recover, and to avoid injury and illness. And Dr. Quiet is also the chief of introspection. So if we don't take time each day to be alone and within ourselves, then we externalize our sense of self. So we only know ourselves by how much money we have or what kind of car we drive or how high our rank is in our work or how our status is. So we actually start identifying ourselves only by what's outside, but we never really get to know who we are on the inside. And I can tell you from many people that have had a crisis in their life, like losing a job or an athlete getting injured who no longer could perform, they go into a crisis of self because they don't know who they are without their status or without their hockey stick in their hand or without their money coming in. And they go into a serious crisis of self. And it's like having a midlife crisis, but it's really a crisis of self. So if we take time each day to do what would classically be called meditation, or just simply to reflect on our day and say, you know, how did I do in my relationships today? Could I have been a better listener with my children? Or could I have been more patient with my wife? Or could I have done a better job at work instead of taking shortcuts and making excuses? And we actually take responsibility for growing ourselves and looking at ourselves objectively and being honest with ourselves. Then we actually grow spiritually and we grow consciously and we learn how to love better.
Yeah, when you said you get up at 3:30 and you do spiritual practices, what does that look like? A lot of people hear that term and they're just kind of like they think it just sounds like so otherworldly and mystical. Like, how would you do you have a couple you describe that are kind of beneficial?
I did Tai Chi every day for 18 years. I studied with a Tai Chi master for several years. I trained in medical Qigong. I began meditating when I was 12 when my mother joined the Self-Realization Fellowship. I do various types of exercises. I can teach you one in just a second, which is very simple. Anyone can do. It's very powerful. I spend a lot of time in prayer. I give thanks for everything I have and all the blessings in my life. And I just sort of, take stock of how grateful I am, to have the home I have, to have the children I have. I have 2 wives, so I'm blessed there.
Say what now?
Yeah, I have 2 wives.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll be mature about it.
It's not a religious thing. It's just, I was married for 17 years to my first wife. I have a 45-year-old son from that marriage. And I realized I just wasn't cut out for monogamy. It just seemed very unnatural to me. And I really hated the idea that I couldn't express love to women that I felt a loving relationship with because I was married and I had this Christian vows, till death do you part, but I did not feel that that was true to who I was. So after I went through my first divorce, I made a promise to myself that I would not ever get married again unless I could have an open relationship. And my rule was, as long as we're getting along together and we want to work through our problems together, then let's stay together. But if we don't want to be together, then we shouldn't be together. We should go out and find the people that are more appropriate for us at that time. And I meditated on that and asked Great Spirit for help. And I found exactly the perfect woman. I met her. I knew exactly who she was when I met her. Because I had seen visions of her in my meditations. 4 days later, we were engaged, and I've been married to her for 28 years, and that's who just dropped me off.
Damn.
And I met, I was able to, through my open marriage, to explore and share love. But then I met a woman who is my second wife, Angie Check, who I have 2 kids with now, and Penny's their mother too. And Penny's rule from the very beginning was, look, you can have as many wives as you want, but I have these rules. Here's the rules. They have to cook, clean, contribute to the bottom line, and they cannot talk too much. Because my wife's all about business and the bottom line. She doesn't like a bunch of yakety-yak, gossipy women.
Man, what a blessing, dude.
Yeah, and so...
You tell her you're kind of thinking the same thing?
Well, when I was what I call young, dumb, and full of cum, and I was thinking about the sex all the time, and I thought, I'd like 7 wives or something like that. But, when you realize each person you're in an intimate relationship adds another complete level of complexity. And then you got to hope that they get along with each other.
Yeah.
But after probably 20 years of that type of living, I realized when I met Angie, who's a very powerful shaman, healer, she's got, both of my women are extremely smart. I mean, Penny's got a degree in biological anthropology from Cambridge University. She's got a degree in exercise and sports science from Colorado State. She's got a degree in business from Colorado State, and she's a pilot. And Angie's got a degree in energy medicine, a degree in biology, a degree in nutrition. And she's did a 3-year advanced training program in shamanism, and she's an expert in biogeometry, and she runs my nutrition and lifestyle coaching department.
Okay. So
between these girls, there's probably 6 or 7 degrees there. I'm the guy with the 9th grade education. So I figure if you're gonna spend time with a woman, you might as well find the most powerful, capable one you can.
Yeah.
Which a lot of guys do the opposite. They want a bimbo that they can control and use as a play toy. But I'm like, you're never going to get anything done that's meaningful in the world with that kind of relationship.
Yeah, and they'll kind of spring. It's never. It sounds cool at first, but then eventually, there's nothing to sustain a multi-year.
I used to be a race car driver, and my goal was always to have the most horsepower and the best handling car I could create. And that's how I like women: the most horsepower and the best handling woman I can find. And so I have two very high-powered, very, very capable women. And we run, we're the primary people behind the educational development of the Czech Institute, which I founded in 1995. And we've had over 63,000 students come through our program. I have a 5-year academy. It's very serious, comprehensive education.
It is. I've looked into it before.
Yeah.
It's very, very comprehensive.
It's not a fluffy fly-by-night, post, it's not a box of pizza. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
And so I need people around me that are in line with my values. And so once I met Angie, I realized that this woman was so intelligent and so amazing and so incredible and all I could ever imagine sexually. I'm like, okay, I've just met God. And so I just went to Penny and said, I've reached the point now where I feel like it's too complex for me to manage all these women, because I would have a beautiful partner in Sydney. I mean, I lived on the road for 25 years lecturing all over the world. So I had lovers in Sydney, I had lovers in Auckland, I had lovers in London, but every one of them has families and have friends and has needs. And Paul, will you help my dad? He's sick. Can I borrow some money? And I just felt like my life was being spread so thin that after a while, I felt like it was stopping me from really devoting enough time to Penny, who's the Buddha that allowed me to even have this joy. And so Angie was just such a complete and incredible human being. I just went to Penny. I said, and Penny knew Angie. I mean, Penny knows all these women. I've never kept anything from my wife. That's a great way to ruin your relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, women are so much smarter than men on average.
Yeah, especially with stuff like relationship stuff. You can't get away with anything.
No, they got
they'll
eyes.
know it.
They got radar that we don't even come close to. I tell people, men all the time, if you think you're tricking your wife, you're dumber than a sack of hammer handles. You're about to lose half your money and all your joy.
It's true. You can't lie. You might be able to pull the wool over once, maybe, but dude, they can look at you and they're like,
they know.
the fuck are you up to?
I've had so many professional athletes trying that come to me for help, and I'm like, the first thing you got to do is learn to tell the truth, or you're just gonna create. You're digging your own grave every day is what you're doing.
Yeah, especially lying so bad for you. Just living, just having a lie in the back of your head.
Well, not only
destroys
that, you've got to disconnect yourself from your own heart to survive that.
Yeah,
and that's how you end your spiritual growth and development.
Yeah.
Spiritually, they say the longest journey you'll ever take is from your head to your heart. And for a lot of people, it takes a lot of lifetimes to get there.
Yeah.
So my philosophy is don't do anything that disconnects your heart from your head, because only your heart can deliver justice to your head. And without your heart, you can easily convince yourself of all sorts of shit and become the devil while blaming everyone else for being the devil.
Yeah.
So I went to Penny and I said, look, I really love Angie. I think she'll really contribute to the family. She meets your criteria. Of course, Penny knew her because she's been around me for years and been to my training programs, and she lectures at our institute. And Penny said, if that's what you want to do and you feel comfortable letting go of these other relationships, then I will support you, because I believe Angie will be a contributor to our family and to our mission. And so we did a 3-way marriage ceremony. First, we tested each other. We went through psychological testing to see how compatible we were.
What testing did you use? I'm just curious.
Myers-Briggs was
Okay.
one of them, and there's another one we used. I don't remember the name of it. So we tested Angie and Penny and Angie, so that both ways. And we tested me and Penny and me. We already knew that worked. And we tested me and Angie and me, and every one of them showed highly compatible.
Awesome.
And interestingly, the psychological profile for Angie and Penny were identical, but inverted. Angie was very high in intuition and low in mathematical logical, and Penny's very high in mathematical logical and low in intuition. So they were like mirrors of each other.
Whoa.
And Angie and Penny and I have been in a relationship for 13 years now, and those women have never had a single fight. I've never seen them like have what we would call a fight.
Have you ever had a double fight at once, like 2-on-1?
I've been outvoted, yes.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's why, many of my students, especially young men, come to me, I want to have multiple partners like you do. And they think it's all about the sex. And I always tell them, you better learn to ride one horse really well before you try to ride two at once, because you will get hurt.
Yeah. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine.
It's if you want rapid spiritual growth, and just have two wives, because the bullshitting factor is zero. It's like, get ready to be pinned on the carpet. And when, I always say, every time you add a new woman to a chief's tent, his power is divided by that number of women.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you think you're in charge, but women run the world. Men just haven't figured it out yet.
Traditions are what the holidays are all about. This year, start a new tradition with Ibotta. Ibotta gives you cash back on all your purchases so you can keep those holiday traditions alive, no matter how old or new. Ibotta is a free app that lets you earn cash back every time you shop. You can earn on hundreds of items, from groceries to toys to tech. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year. Think of how much extra holiday magic you can make this season with more room in your budget. I mean, I just would love to make more holiday magic with the Ibotta app. What the heck are you guys even talking about? With Ibotta, you can earn cash back that you can withdraw to your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. Simply add offers in the app, upload your receipt, and voila, the money is yours. You can save on over 2,400 brands and shop at over 1,000 retailers, including your favorite grocery stores, Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. It's time you join the over 50 million users who use Ibotta to earn cash back every time they shop and keep the holiday magic alive. Come on, guys, don't let the holidays die. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 just for trying Ibotta by using the code DRENCHED when you register. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the free Ibotta app to start earning cash back, and use code DRENCHED. That's IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store, and use code DRENCHED. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week. Lamar Jackson will pass more than 1.5 TDs, meaning touchdowns. Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. I mean, guys, what more do I love than real money daily fantasy platforms? Guys, come on now. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on the Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Guys, please, I have a couple of shows too. I got to tell you about these. If you live in Tysons, Virginia, that whole area, it's like around DC, whatever. Capital One Hall, big theater show, second in my life. Please come. That would be awesome. It's actually a pretty large space, and I'd feel foolish if it were empty, but if it's got to be empty, so be it. I'd love for you guys to come if you can. That is on 1115 Capital One Hall, Tysons, Virginia. And then also on the next day, I'll be in New York City on 1116 at Town Hall as part of the New York Comedy Festival. So come to that too if you want to go to that. Also, and that's a big one, guys. This is the New York City Comedy Festival. And then a few weeks after that, I'll be in Irvine, California at the Irvine Improv. Guys, this is huge. This is going to be right around Thanksgiving. 11:29 to 11:30. I have 4 shows, 2 days, Irvine Improv. The place is fucking massive. Come on, Cali. You guys know I'm fucking SoCal. You guys know I'm fucking with the shit. Please come out there. All the tickets, you can get them on mattmccusker.com. There should be a link in the YouTube. I literally almost did this. Cut my fucking hands off. There should be a link in the YouTube description somewhere in there. Thank you, guys.
And actually, research shows that 65% of all the women spent in the world is spent by money.
Yeah.
I mean, spent by women.
Yeah, I've seen that before,
Yeah.
and I believe it.
So even though men may make more, it's the women that are actually moving the money.
Oh, big time.
So to conclude, what I'm saying is we have an amazing family experience. We're very productive. We all have the same mission, vision, and values. Angie and I have had 2 kids, and so they have 2 mothers, which is amazing.
It's awesome.
My son, Mana, bonded very strongly with Penny, interestingly, right from the beginning. He looks like Penny. Angie's Mexican, brown skin. Just you imagine a pretty little hot Mexican woman, and you got Angie. And Mana's blonde-haired, fair skin, blue-eyed, and Penny's blonde-haired, fair skin, and hazel-eyes. But everyone sees Mana and thinks he's Penny's child. And our second one, Zoe, is exactly a carbon copy of mommy. She's like a hot, cute little Mexican mini mommy.
Yeah.
And she bonds very strongly with Mama. So I think it was Great Spirit's trick to get Penny inspired to be a mother, because Penny never really wanted to be a mother.
Okay.
So she fell in love with Mana and he fell in love with her. And so imagine being a kid with 2 mothers of that level of intelligence. You know, we have a 14-acre farm and we run a big business, and we have people from all over the world coming to us. We've had, we travel, the kids have traveled all over the place because we have to teach all over the world. So I mean, when Mana was probably only 4 months old, he was already in England on seminar tours. So these kids are very worldly children. And we feed them the best food you can buy. We grow most of our food, and we buy from, organic farmers and free-range meat farmers and ranchers. And the kids go to a Waldorf school, so they're getting educated based on Steiner's system of education, which, based on my analysis, is hands down the best in the world. And so, I basically spent many, many years as a therapist looking at what causes people trouble, what gets them sick, what leads to cancer. And I found the number of people that have been married for a long time but didn't want to be in the marriage, but stayed in it because they thought God would burn them in hell if they broke their marriage vows or got a divorce, was so high. I learned very early in my now 40-year career that it's not a wise thing to do to stay married to somebody that you're not in love with and that you don't want to be with, because all you do is teach your children how to have a fucked up relationship. And that becomes problems for the rest of your life that you got to deal with as a parent. And so after my first marriage, I just made a promise to myself, I'm going to live true to my heart. And I know that there's women out there that want to live true to their heart too. And you'd be amazed when you're honest with women. They'll tell you yes or no. And I found it was no harder to find women that would agree to that than it was to find women that would go monogamous or that demanded monogamy.
Yeah.
But we just grew into this relationship, and well, we're 13 years in now. And like I said, I've got a 45-year-old son with a grandson from my first marriage. So I became a father for the second time at 54, and then my daughter came along a couple years later. So here I am, 63, with 2 little ones and a big one and a grandson. But it took me a long time to learn how to be a father. I mean, I realized at 54, I'm actually only now ready to be a dad. My first son came when I just turned 18, and I didn't know how to be a father, and I didn't have a good example as a father. So to have reached that level of maturity and that much understanding of life, and then to be wise enough to choose really intelligent women. And Angie's an amazing mother. They're both amazing mothers. And my kids are damn smart. They're surrounded by very intelligent people all the time. And so they eat great food, and they live on top of a mountain on a beautiful farm. And my daughter's doing amazing in gymnastics. My son's got the mind of an engineer, and we're watching kids grow in an environment that is like an organic farm.
Yeah.
They get a chance to get a lot of love and to really explore themselves. And I emulate to my students to live true to your heart and not fall into conventional ideas because, you know, living in the consensus reality is like being a sheep in a herd. But if you actually start interviewing people to ask how many people are actually happy in their marriages, I've had patients come to me with serious health problems that have been married for 35 years. And I've said to them, when were you not happy in the marriage? I've literally had women crying their eyes out saying, Paul, to be honest with you, I knew I was in trouble the day I got married.
Yeah.
I said, well, why did you stay and have kids? Because I'm a Christian and I have marriage vows. And I said, so you think God wants you to live in a torturous relationship and raise kids in an environment where they realize that marriage is a painful and potentially ugly thing?
Yeah.
You know, and so
real quick to ask you,
that's a problem.
I can see that. Do you think there is some redemptive fact to the process of learning to kind of relate to somebody over time where initially it might not feel great?
Oh, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
you're saying if it hits levels of just like soul deadedness and like going through the
when you get to
motions.
the point where you know either you're not compatible with somebody or you're not willing to do the work to grow in relationship with that person. Like most people don't actually explore their values with someone else. So when you get confronted by things like a woman gets pregnant, but you don't want the child, and you don't realize that there's one that's pro-abortion and one that's against abortion.
Yeah.
That's a barn burner of a problem to have. When you got a pandemic that comes and one's pro-vaccine, the other one says, don't do it, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And one wants to vaccinate the children, the other one doesn't. I've seen relationships completely destroyed. So if you don't have a deep enough level of love and commitment to work through the rigors and the challenges that life inevitably brings, you just set yourself up to live in hell.
Yeah.
So the point I'm making, if it's not dead clear, if you can't walk through hell with your partner and hold their hand, then you shouldn't be in the relationship.
I see what you're saying. If you're just going through the motions and
If you're just going through the motions, you're not living. You're already in flatland, and you'll probably need an addiction to get you through it.
Yeah.
You'll need to drink yourself through it, or drug yourself through it, or bury yourself in work, or become an exercise addict or something. And I've rehabilitated thousands of these people. I mean, look, I'm not a young guy. I have 40 years of clinical experience. I have seen exactly how this plays out over and over again, and it ain't pretty. And it's often for the wrong reasons. And the worst reason there is because of what other people will think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit what other people think. Like, my job is to be true to myself and true to the people I share relationships with, because without that, what have I got? If I fit into the crowd, but I'm living a life that's completely unappealing and unpleasing, that just takes the wind right out of your sails, and you just go half-mast through your life, and you'll never become good at anything.
Yeah.
To achieve mastery requires commitment and focus. And if you can't achieve mastery in your relationships, then you're not going to achieve mastery in your professional relationships either.
Yeah. Oh, so what is the Spirit Gym? I know you started that up.
Spirit Gym is a holistic system of spiritual development that I develop based on all my years' experience. And I saw how much problem religions cause people. I could see the beauty in them, but I could see the traps in them, and I could see how it results in a lot of health problems and a lot of belief. I think beliefs are very dangerous because the day you believe something, you stop asking questions and your mind becomes closed. So I think, by definition, spirituality is a progressively expanded sense of connection to a greater and greater whole. But oftentimes when you're in a religion, you immediately identify yourself as this religion or that religion, and you are often taught or threatened that you should not look into or participate in other religions, for example. So you won't find Christians reading Buddhist literature, but there's a ton of great stuff in Buddhism that any Christian can use. And there's stuff in Christianity that a Buddhist can use. And there's stuff in Judaism that they could all use.
Yeah.
So once you're in a belief system, it's like being in a cult. And I've watched how it destroys people's lives and it keeps them very narrow-minded. And, if you study this, you'll find something quite shocking. The most common cause of wars throughout history has been religious differences.
Yeah.
And if you look at Ken Wilber's new book, Radical Wholeness, he states right in there at least 3 times the number one cause of war is religious differences. I mean, well, if there is a God and God is love, then God's not intended to inspire war, death, and destruction. So that right there you see the problem that belief systems are like any ism. They pit you against people and you stop asking bigger questions. And as soon as you stop asking bigger questions, you stop growing mentally, you stop growing emotionally, and you halt your spiritual growth. Therefore, you see, if it's like being a racist. If you're a white supremacist, then you never get the joy of knowing the beauty of black people. You never, you might not even eat their food or listen to their music.
Yeah.
But if you think, okay, how many of us love food from around the world? I like Chinese food. I like Japanese food. I like Jamaican food, man. I like Brazilian food. And I like all their music too. And I love their beautiful women. So if someone said, I'm practicing such and such a religion, or I have such and such a racial bias, you've just cut 2/3 of my heart out.
Yeah.
You've just turned me into a robot, into somebody else's play toy, into somebody who's got such narrow vision that they will never actually see the beauty of God. They will never see it even though they're walking around in it and wearing it. And that is really to be a blind man. So Spirit Gym is really a system I built that teaches you how to analyze your own story so that you can ask yourself, is the story that I'm empowering each day fulfilling to me? And if it's not, what is my dream? And how do I create a story for myself that's dream affirmative and life affirmative? And how do I live in such a way that I embrace the truth of good, the truth of beauty, and the truth of life, and accept the challenges of life as growth opportunities so that I don't just drug myself, or put my head in the sand. And so I built a system based on principles. So the first principle is getting clear on what the word God means. Next is understanding how the universe is created based on metaphysical concepts and on the concepts of science, cosmology, and quantum physics. The next principle is the next principle is myth, which is the science and history and the understanding of what a myth is. Myth means story. So once you understand why myths have been created by tribes throughout antiquity and what the function of a myth is, then you know what your myth or your story has to include, or you're running blind, right? I could give you a whole description of myth and what it has to include, but it would take some time. So once we understand what God means by definition, what being is, what is existence itself, why is it here? Then we go to myth and we understand the importance of being clear on our story so we're congruent with our dream and we don't create problems for ourselves by living out a story that isn't even our own. Most people don't even know their own story. They're just living out their mother's ideas, their church's ideas, or their ism without really thinking, is this working for me? And just wondering why they feel like shit, they're tired all the time, and they got to drink alcohol to numb themselves from their ism. So then we deal with the principle of the two, which is duality, which is what it takes to have a mind. You have to have a duality. It has to be a subject, me, you, the object. You're the object of my awareness right now, but it's the subject in me watching. If you're in a loving relationship, one's the lover, one's the beloved. So one's the lover, one's the beloved. So if this is a person, I, the lover, am loving the beloved. So whenever you have a duality, you have the prerequisites for love. There always has to be a lover and a beloved. And the prerequisite, love is the basis of relationship. Love is the code word that holds everything together in the whole universe, even an atom. Love really just means relationship. And so you can't have life without relationship, and you can't have a mind without relationship. To have a mind, you have to have 2 points of sentience that exchange energy and information. A computer is not a mind. It's an information processor because it doesn't know what you're putting through it. It doesn't care if you build an atomic bomb to kill people or you come up with the most amazing cure for a disease. The computer won't know the difference. So that's an information processor. That's not a mind. A mind is actually sentient, and it processes energy and information with the intention of accomplishing an objective that something is sentient of, being you in this case, or me. So once you get to the position, the principle of two, you're understanding what is the true nature of a duality and why do we have to have a duality and how do you manage dualities? Like how do you use duality in your favor as opposed to creating opposition, me against you or white against black or this religion against that religion, because that's just a low level of consciousness. The principle of three is the Holy Trinity, which explains how God or that which is unknowable manifests itself as being or life or existence. And so once we understand that process, we can say, this is the same principles we use to create our dreams. This is how we dream our house into existence, save the money, buy the land. This is how we dream our ideal partner into our life, like I did. I meditated 1.5 years after enough years of girlfriends that drove me crazy, and I realized, these girls they don't know how to handle a guy like me that's very mission oriented. So I got clear what I needed in a partner, and I also got clear what I would give her.
Yeah.
So I just thank Great Spirit every day for this amazing woman and read off the qualities that I want, read what I was willing to give. Had a vision of her after 1.5 years meditating. 5 days later, she showed up in one of my classes. As soon as I saw her, it literally felt like electricity running through my body. I went, oh my God, there she is. I am stunned and amazed that she's actually here. 4 days later, we were engaged, and that was 28 years of marriage ago.
Damn.
Right. So I've done this many, many times. We wanted our dream home and our dream property. It took us 5 years, but we mapped it all out. I went into meditation with Angie, and we channeled the vision of our home, drew it. When we found the home, our map was exactly the map of the property. We said the prayer every morning. We gave thanks for the home. We kept looking and looking until we found it. And when we found it, we knew it.
Wow.
And there it was. And interestingly, every year I do a mandala, which is a diagram in a circle to symbolize my year. So I go into meditation and I ask my soul to give me the vision of what symbolizes my year. And that year, I saw the Native American Indian sun face, which is a circle of feathers with the Indian sun face in the middle, which if you saw the Native American Indian sun face, you know exactly what it looks like. The trippiest thing, the girls were out looking for houses, and this one wasn't even on the list to go look at, but as they were getting on the freeway to come home, it said open house, closes such and such a date, which was that day. So they were just closing it, and then we're going to put it on an auction. And the girls went, and when they pulled up to the gate of the big opening of the property is a big metal gate because it's a big estate. On the front of the gate was a 6-foot circular mandala with exactly what I had painted.
Whoa.
And they both stopped and were stunned and took a picture and said, Paul, you're not going to believe what is on the gate to this property. And it turned out to be, I'm a remote viewer as well. So for 3 months before they found the house, in my meditations, I started seeing this property and this land. So I said to my soul, is this our new home? My soul said, yes, it is. I said, my God, it's so damn big. It looks like a hotel. I said, you sure that's where we're going to live? My soul said, yes, you're going to be running your businesses there. You're going to need plenty of space. You're going to have a lot of people coming in and out of there. And so I used my skills as a remote viewer. I walked through the house. I looked at the property. So when the girls found it and they were walking the property, they called me and told me about the gate. And they said, you've got to see this property. It's going to blow your mind. It's exactly what we've been looking for. It's everything we wrote down. And I said, when you pulled up to the front of the house, was there a big metal gate? Yeah, that's the one I saw your mandala on. Is there a pond on the right side of the driveway when you pulled in? Yes. When you walk in the front door, does it have really high ceilings with which look Mediterranean-style wooden fans up in the top of the ceilings? They said, exactly. I said, if you walk through the house to the back, is the swimming pool back there? Yes. If you go to the edge of the swimming pool, is it really steep, almost like a cliff, down into the property? They said, Paul, exactly. I said, if you walk out the back of the house, is there a big building that would hold my gym and our classroom? They said, yes. I said, does it have a guest house? They said, yes. I said, that's the place I've been seeing for 3 months.
What?
Yep. And it was on the market 2 years earlier for $4 million.
Uh-huh.
And when I found out that it was going into auction, my soul said, do not bid. because there's very few people that can afford the maintenance on a place like that.
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to get a bid on it. Wait, and they'll call you. Because we had gone there and we'd fill out the registration, and my Angie and Penny were scared to death. They said, "Paul, are you sure if we lose this house, that's it. We got to keep looking. We've been looking for 5 years." I said, "My soul's never misled me." Sure enough, the next morning, our real estate agent called us at like 8 o'clock in the morning. She said, "You were right, Paul. Nobody bid on the house. Now is your chance." Not even 2 hours later, the real estate agent for the house called us. So I bid 1.8. And they wrote back and counterbid me 1,925. So
Whoa.
the land is worth that much.
Damn. They had padded it. I mean, I guess they can sell for whatever they want, but they were like, yeah, fine.
This wasn't they padded it. If you saw this place,
That
it's
makes
worth $4 million.
that makes
It's
sense.
just that it's 15,000 square feet of buildings. It's 14 acres of land. It's
Damn.
pump systems. I mean, it's a lot to manage. I mean,
Yeah.
it cost me a lot of money
And there's probably less and less people
to
inclined to
manage
do all that.
it. You know, I have to have a full-time gardener and handyman.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big place, but it's exactly because we wanted to consolidate all of our business into one location so we didn't have to keep driving all over the place. Angie had her own business that was successful. She owned a nutrition store and ran a personal training business. I had the institute. I had a house that I used for seeing all my clients with a big gym in it. And so we consolidated all of our work into one place. So now our institute courses are run there. I see my clients there. My office is in the guest house. Penny's office is in the guest house.
That's awesome.
So we basically are spending far less money than we were for all these 3 places. Now we only have 1 gym instead of 3. Now we only have 1 location clients need to come, and everybody absolutely loves it there. It's stunningly beautiful. But the point is, this is, using your mind and using your heart to manifest. In the same way I brought Penny into my life through manifestation, I brought my home into my life, and I've done this over and over again. That's what I teach. That's what real spiritual development's about, is learning to work with source energy and consciousness instead of walking around just hoping all the time.
So that's the difference. Because when people hear manifesting, they really do, I think of like, or it comes to my mind that it sounds like bullshit, where you're just like, so I'm just going to imagine a house is going to come. But you seem like it's more intentional of like a daily practice of like imagining.
It's not just imagining. As the Quakers say, pray and move your feet.
Yeah.
Everybody prays, but they forget to move their feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So we looked at houses for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? And each time we like that feature, but there's a highway right next to the house, or, we like this big living room. And so as we were doing it, we were saying, okay, we want to write that on our dream. We had a big poster we made on we call it the vision board. And every morning we would do a prayer, all 3 of us. And I would vaporize some tobacco and herbs, and I'd blow smoke into it, which is a sacred practice to energize it with our consciousness. And, so we actually poured our intention into it. If you think of God as unconditional love, that's pure potential. There's no condition there. The answer is always yes from source. God says yes to being an idiot, and God says yes to being a wise man. Obviously, look around.
Yeah.
Okay? So if God is unconditional love, then you must have an intention to create the movement of potential into actuation, and the flow of that energy and information is what we call spirit. So spirit is the flow of energy and information. What people don't realize is you're constantly moving energy and information into potential from spirit, but most people are doing it unconsciously, which is almost always based on what they don't want. Most people live by their fears, not by their dreams. And I tell people, fear never makes a good seeing eye dog. It's just not, because you will always see what you're looking for. The ancients had an important saying, you bring forth that which you gaze upon. So if you walk into a room and you're always looking for something bad, you'll see it.
Yeah.
If you walk into the room and you're looking for the beauty or you're looking for the fun, you'll find it, right? Most people don't have enough training to watch their own mind to see what it's creating all the time. And so that's what Spirit Gym's all about. It's learning how to use tried and tested principles from spiritual masters, from experts in the science of mind, from experts in psychology, from quantum physics, from metaphysics, basically I spent my whole life studying and looked at everything that I could learn that's relevant to how to live a life that's true to your heart and being honest in your relationships and creating the life you want and doing the work that you want to do in life so that you can make money because you're doing something you love to do and achieving mastery. And I put it into an education system and I mentor these people so they get the same kind of coaching that I do with my one-on-one clients, except I coach them in a group. And there's about 130 hours of online training that I built to take them through all these principles. And each week I meet with them and I give them a 1-hour presentation on something that's important for them to know. And then I open the floor for questions on their personal life, their personal challenges, or anything they want help with as they're working through the lessons. And I've watched people just transform right in front of my eyes. I've seen depressed people become inspired and motivated. I've seen sick people get healthy. I've seen sad people get happy.
Yeah.
And it's not a surprise to me because I've been a therapist for 40 years. I mean, I've studied this inside out and backwards, and I've had to deal with my own challenges just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so, I really felt it was time in my career to stop spending my time working with people one-on-one because the world's in such dangerous state right now that I realized we can't wait for a top-down rescue. I don't think Jesus is coming back. They nailed him to a tree the first time. He's not stupid. I don't think.
Here's a question for you, and I think I kind of dig everything you're saying. I feel like, I guess it's a statement then a question. I feel like God has become a taboo. It's a modern taboo. You can talk about sex. You can talk about whatever you want. If you bring up God, a lot of people get kind of like, "Where are you going with this?" Like, relax, man. Maybe it always was because if you brought up the wrong religion, people would spaz.
Everybody's conception of God is unique to themselves. And because you have all this religious division, if you're a Christian talking about God to a Muslim, then they're going to immediately think you're against them.
Yeah, or an atheist.
Or an atheist. Right? Yeah. But remember.
Well, here's my question.
I want to just give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
You use that word atheist.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's something Carl Jung said that's very important to hear. Something must first be real before it can be rejected. Meditate on that.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's no atheist in a foxhole.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that as well. And that's why I think there's something, my question is, how necessary do you think it is for psychologically to have a spiritually oriented framework to work in if you want to kind of gain some sort of, self-mastery or peace of mind versus just kind of what I feel like might be kind of sanitized,
I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I've known people that are very masterful at a lot of things that are atheists, materialists, or even my wife Penny is agnostic.
Okay.
My wife's a scientist. She did a lot of extensive research in university. She's a very scientific, very intelligent. She's a pilot. The woman that just dropped me off is a genius.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy that knows intelligent people and worked with some of the most rich and smart people on this planet. My wife is a genius. And she says, I'm happy that you love God, but God is not important to me because I can't prove the existence or non-existence of God. And she says, I've got important things to handle. Like, how are we going to pay the bills this month? And how do I manage all these employees and take care of these kids and make sure this farm is handled? She says, I will find out if God's real when I die, and that's fine with me. But in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to live a meaningful life and love as fully as I can because that's who I am. I don't need someone to take me to church to do what's inherently natural to me.
Okay. So that's interesting. So you really don't think it's as crucial. I guess it's all person to person.
No, I think it's individual. The difference is religion is typically a set of beliefs that's closed. It's an ideology. It's a belief system. By definition, all belief systems are closed. Spirituality is an open exploration for the truth. So that's why I say spirituality is a progressive expansion of your sense of wholeness, to your connection to what makes you feel whole and what you are. So for example, spirituality, if you want a simple model, progresses from I-oriented consciousness. It's all about what I want, what I need, like a child. Gimme, gimme, gimme. then you grow up to realize that you can't do anything meaningful in the world without relationships. So your consciousness evolves to we. So instead of being self-centered, now you become we-centered. You say, okay, I can't just think of myself. I got to think about my wife and her needs, my boss, my friends, my coworkers, my teammates. Then all of a sudden you realize you couldn't be here without the food that feeds you, the water that hydrates you, the air you breathe. And you realize the car you drive is made by someone on the other side of the world. The computer you're using was made by someone on the other side of the world. And so you finally wake up to the fact that it takes the whole world to support all of us. And so now your sense of self and wholeness grows to embrace the whole world because you realize everybody's meaningful. Everybody's contributing to each other. And so you wouldn't buy into a belief system that was my group against your group because you realize none of us can get by without each other. Okay? So then you become world-centric. Well, then you progressively expand your consciousness and you say, wait a minute, could the earth be here without the sun? And could we survive without? No. What would happen if there was no moon to move the tides of the ocean? We'd all die. So all of a sudden you realize, wow, I was an earth-centered person, but now I've got to be a solar system-centered person. But then you realize, oh my God, the solar system's part of a galaxy and it couldn't be here without a galaxy. Then all of a sudden you realize you're part of a galactic family. You go, wait a minute, the galaxy is part of the universe. So now you reach what's called cosmic consciousness, and you realize that all of it is a dance. All of it is a being that's alive. All of it is something so magical and so mysterious that all you can do is stand there and go, my God, it took the entire universe to create me. And I could give you the physics of the fact that if we scientifically analyze even the minerals and the elements in your body, I can prove to you scientifically that it took the entire universe to make you. And it's been done many times.
How? How do they do that?
Simple. You take the elements of the periodic table that are in your body, and you say, okay, where did that come from? Well, that came from the sun. That came from Mars. Okay, well, how did they get into the sun? Well, other stars exploded and collapsed into a sun.
Damn.
Through black hole, whatever model you want to use. And so you keep playing that game. So where'd that come from? It ends up reaching to the end of the universe.
It's crazy.
So what you realize, even scientifically, is it takes an entire universe to make each one of us. And that's just scientific fact. I don't care if you believe in God or not. I can sit you down and show you the research on it. And so, okay, if you're a scientist, here's proof. It took the whole universe to make you.
Yeah.
So what do you want to worship? Just one book?
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we can do better than that.
Yeah. So that you're saying that you're kind of, I guess, provide a modern roadmap for people trying to gain the benefits of a spiritual system without the pitfalls and the downfalls of like organized religion.
I'm simply saying, let's be honest with each other. Let's be rational. Let's be logical. Let's be scientific. And let's open ourselves to the mystery of the heart and ask honest questions. Who are we? What are we? How did we get here? What does it take to sustain us? And how many absolute mysteries are involved? I mean, science shows that if the conditions of the initial universe were even 100% different, we would not be alive.
That's crazy.
Right? When you look at the science behind this thing, there's, you either think everything's an accident and we're just lucky, which would be like standing next to a pile of rocks and hoping a Rolex watch jumped out, which would be a materialist.
Yeah.
Or you say there's some kind of intelligence behind this thing. And the biggest form of intelligence that we can come up with is a thing called God, because we don't have another name to give it. It just means something so wild I can't even put a name on it. So we'll just call it God. By definition, God means that for which there is no other. By definition, God is the only being that can create and sustain itself. None of us can do that, right? It takes a God to create and sustain itself. So when you really understand what the word God means, that's capital G, capital O, capital D. Capital G, little o, little d in Spiritism means the highest power of any belief system. This is why you've got a Christian God, a Muslim God, a this God, or that God. They war like hell with each other. Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you call someone that's at war with themselves? Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the God I'm talking about, that for which there is no other, is not at war with itself. Look up in the stars at night. You see nothing but harmony and beauty.
Yeah.
It's when you're lost and confused down here and you worship a God that'll burn you in hell and has all these rules and regulations you realize, okay, we need to reevaluate our idea about God. So that's the difference between religion and spirituality. Religion is based on belief systems that are closed, and spirituality says, I'm on an open quest to explore what it is that creates me and how I can have a healthy relationship with it and love and respect the fact that everything that's here was created by the same intelligence and I'm part of it. So why not love and respect it? I love the Sufis are the mystics of Islam. If you really want to understand religion, you always got to go to the mystics because they're the ones that broke out of the dogma and had their own religious experience. But the Sufis, the Sufi mystics say, there is no God but God. I worship everything and everyone. That is somebody that understands what God means. I got to go pee.
We'll do like a 10-minute wrap up. And I do have one more question for you.
Go for it, baby.
Are you, Josh, you recording? All right. So, sorry, we had to take a pee break. My question is, and I think this kind of applies to religion, somehow organic farming, it all kind of ties together, where I feel like the reflex for kind of these like very restrictive religions and all this stuff, and even like kind of this like war with like weeds in the soil through like pesticides, it makes sense from like, if you think about our escape from nature, which was like a nightmare to live in the jungle, be getting mauled alive. Like you going back way, 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 way. That's the conception I have of it. It was terrifying.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go talk to native cultures, it seems terrifying, but that was home for them. You see, if you go back to the point where we were living out in nature, we didn't see the animals out there as our enemies. We saw them as our family, and we had respect for grizzly bears. We had respect for poisonous snakes. We saw everything in nature as a being with its own intelligence. And so if you study native cultures, you'll see they studied these animals. They learned things like tool making from crows. I don't know if you know this, but crows have a brain that's as big as ours for body size, if not bigger. They have a language of over 400 words, and they have advanced tool making skills. And most people have no idea.
Yeah, I knew they could crack nuts. But I didn't know.
Oh, no, they can. I've seen film of crows hand-making tools that are very complex. They can make tools more complex than chimpanzees can.
Damn.
And they've got a language of between 400 and 500 words. Okay, that's pretty impressive. But the point is, if you were living out there with them, you would learn about how spiders weave things. You would learn about how birds put nests together. You would learn how bears fish. I mean, if you actually were out there in nature, you'd realize that each of these beings has a level of intelligence and is doing something in nature that is important. There is no accidental beings out there. So if you live in reverence and you realize that taking more than is necessary is a threat to the existence of another being, then you don't just go rape all the bees for honey and steal all the eggs, because then you wipe out your own survival system. So those people did not have this us against nature. They were nature.
Yeah.
And it's only as the industrial age began to come on that we begun to shift our orientation to man against nature, which is largely we want more space to do what we want to do, right? And we want to take these people over so we can do what we want to do. So you'll see that as our technology and our tools got more and more advanced and we got more and more scientific, we started getting more and more disrespectful to what creates harmony in nature and more I-oriented, more what do I want? Not how does that affect the rivers? How does that affect the oceans? I mean, so if you take that to now and say, well, look what we got. We got a bunch of germophobic people that are scared of the dirt, that poison everything they eat, that wash their hands with antibacterial soaps, that have wiped out their microbiomes, that have brains that are collapsing, that have kids that are sick, that have constantly got to take pills, who are at war with each other, who have an organization called the CIA that says our work will be done when no one knows what the truth is. Well, when your government has an agency whose mission it is to make sure nobody knows what the truth, you have to ask yourself, well, we've gotten more or less intelligent?
Yeah.
Have we evolved or are we devolving? When we don't know the principles of nature and we're seeding the skies with aluminum and barium and trying to control the sun and we're making fake global warming by billionaires to make the rich rich and the poor more poor. I mean, we've gotten so far from the truth of what life is and what it's all about that it's going to, and it is costing us dearly. The United States last year spent $3 trillion to manage diabetes. That's one illness.
Damn.
One illness. The United States defense budget, which is the most expensive in the world, is $1.9 trillion. We're spending $3 trillion a year to manage diabetes, which is a problem of eating food that is not high quality, that has no nutrition, and eating too much sugar, which is highly addictive. Sugar has been shown by Candace Pert to be as addictive as morphine and heroin, and it's laced in everything. It's in bacon, it's in meat. We've gotten to a level of trickery in business and in politics to the point that we can't trust each other anymore. How much money is being spent to turn our iPhones into spy devices, to turn our televisions into spy devices, to turn refrigerators and vacuums into spy devices. The NSA, Edward Snowden showed us the NSA has been collecting information on every one of us all the time. Like, we've actually got an autoimmune disorder, right? We've got enough nuclear weapons to destroy the planet 179 times over. So we've become so afraid of each other that we're actually spending all our time, energy, and money to defend ourselves against each other while destroying the very support systems that keep us alive. So you have to ask yourself, who had it better, the natives or us?
Yeah.
Natives thought 7 generations ahead. As a general rule of thumb, native societies thought, if we do this, will it enhance or diminish the next 7 generations of our people?
Yeah, we don't do that, really.
We've got attention spans of about 3 minutes, and we don't think for 2 seconds about what's going to happen to our kids, or we would actually start paying attention to what we're feeding them and the fact that our education systems are absolute trash, and that we're putting pornography in the libraries for kids that are 3 and 3rd grade.
Yeah, they're doing that?
Oh, hell, all over the world. The globalists are absolutely dangerous as hell.
Yeah, that's the one thing I never understood, why we don't have physical education first thing in the morning in every school. It should be every kid should like run around for like an hour, burn off energy.
You realize there's people all over the world that are confused as to what a woman is.
Yeah, true. That's another problem.
Like we have used science to validate every drug that's killed 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000 people, only to have it taken off the market. But it was all scientifically validated. So we've turned science into a corporate prostitution ring.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, if you really ask the question, was it that dangerous to live in nature when we had respect for nature and we lived in harmony with nature? Or is it that dangerous to live today where we're destroying nature and each other and call ourselves scientifically advanced? Well, as Steiner says, for every advance you make in science, you must make 3 advances in morality, or you will destroy yourself. Well, ask yourself, from the time we were living in nature to the time to where we're at now, how many advances have we made in science and how many advances have we made in morality?
I'd say like 3 morality, probably like a bazillion in science.
Yes. Yeah. And so here we all are.
We're
watching each other all over the world, destroy each other, and calling ourselves Christians.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Well, God damn it, dude. That sums it up pretty well. I'll have to have you on again. I have like a million more questions.
I am at a comedy store right now.
No, that's phenomenal, man. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to like? I mean, obviously Spirit Gym.
MySpiritGym.com if you're interested in my mentorship program. CHEKinstitute.com if you want to see my education and all the online courses I have for various people. My How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy book can be bought on Amazon. It can be bought at the Czech Institute. Our Holistic Lifestyle Coach Level 1 training program teaches you all the principles on how to eat, move, and be healthy and how to apply them in your life. So it's a public access program. Mm-hmm. And for those that want a career in holistic lifestyle coaching to teach other people how to get healthy and not spend all their money on managing diabetes and things like that, you would go to Holistic Lifestyle Coach Level 2, which is a professional training program. So it's like a career. Mm-hmm. And it goes from there. The Czech Academy can be explored there. That's our 5-year academy program, which is a mix of online training and hands-on training. and it's multidisciplinary. So we have medical doctors, chiropractors, osteopaths, nurses, acupuncturists, strength coaches, personal trainers, massage therapists, and people just changing professions. It's a fully complete system of education. My YouTube channel, where I have about 1,200 videos I've done for public service on almost everything, which I think you've seen is.
Yeah, that's how I found you, just watching those.
Right. So it's youtube.com/Paul, CHEK live, Paul Check live. So there's tons I put on. That's where I do my public service work and say, look, if you've got plantar fasciitis here, this will help you. If you want to know how to get yourself healthy, do this. I've poured thousands of hours into doing that for the public. So those that can't afford me or want to get a taste before they spend money can go to YouTube. And my podcast is Spirit Gym with Paul Check.
Okay.
And there's over 300 episodes with the greatest minds I can find all over the world. Scientists, doctors, metaphysical experts, religious experts, health experts, you name it. I go for the brains and the great ones that have good results and I believe are worth listening to, and I interview them, and I do comprehensive long-form interviews. And for those that want the extended play, they can be a member of the podcast. So you can go to paulcheck.com, sign up for the podcast membership. I think it's less than $8 a month. And so I do the public portion of the podcast is usually somewhere between 1 and 2 hours, depending on the length of the guest, the length of the topic. Mm-hmm. And then the second half is for the members, where we do what's called the deeper dive.
Gotcha.
So I've got a lot of stuff out there. I've written 11 books, and I'm just now finishing a series of 15 volumes called Welcome to Spirit Gym, which is about 3,000 pages in total.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's taken me 4.5 years of hard work to build this program, and I started developing it 10 years ago because I saw the world was in deep trouble and it needed to understand some of the things we just talked about today.
Well, dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you're doing. When I started watching back in the day, I was like, oh, it's nice this guy's out here.
Yeah.
Somebody gives a shit about stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks
for sharing. Great questions, by the way.
Thank you, man.